out of the darkness.
Round 3.
Not that
Says, roll initiative.
Just punches him in the face. Now you fight me.
All right, the party finds itself in the open end of the cavern where all of the pillars were shattered. Once Zodiark's consciousness was awakened in this part of the cavern and the party was assaulted. Abadon's consciousness still seems to be focused on the Warriors of Light, although Zodiark is suppressing his influence in this area, and so Abadon's ability to aid will be limited.
Man said stop.
Stop using any more potions.
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm going to use my skill.
Okay.
In a second, after I, get my own roleplay started. Well, it seems I've been tasked to lead the exploration into this cave. Zen tells me that these things need to be destroyed. I think you can handle that, can't you, Keras?
If raw fire can fuck these things up, yeah, probably. Oh, it's a monster.
Been a while since I've been in this cave. Did we manage to save that small lad?
I believe he's doing well in Landis now.
Perfect.
You know,
Anyways.
Kupo. Blaze, we don't see each other often, Kupo, but you always seem to be about to fall apart.
I mean, I think you've said that every single time we've met.
True.
Blaze, why is it you're always almost dead?
Because I have to stand in front of people, brother. That's how it works.
Well, you're lucky that I learned a new little trick. If everyone would gather around.
Okay.
Do we have to hold hands?
You can
Sing
touch-
Kumbaya?
You can touch the abs, I guess. if
I'm
you
not
want.
quite sure how it works exactly, but holding hands wouldn't hurt. Lumi's going to attempt to use Channel Life to heal the party of their wounds. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Kupo. I'm gonna watch for monsters.
I'm gonna activate heat vision and just jack it up. Oh, a silver chest. I wonder if we could give that to our geomancer potentially.
Here's the geomancer here.
No, it's obviously not, but it's a nice thought.
What are you doing, Lumi?
I am having them hold their hands, and then I'm gonna hold hands, and then I'm gonna hold their hand as well. And I'm gonna try to channel life to attempt to heal our wounds. Never really used this before, but I figure a surge of what's the word? Mako energy will help to reconstitute our wounds.
Tapping into your connection with Wisp and attempting to flow the radiation forward, you find yourself paralyzed, gripped by darkness that seems to seep out of the ground and wrap around your arms and stop you from channeling Wisp's energy within this place. As the tendrils wrap around your arms, the two ends, so think two tentacles made of shadowy energy. They're not really flesh. They're more they seem, what they look like would be almost constellations shrouded in darkness, and they just kind of wrap around, two of them wrap around Lumi's arms, and both the ends of them just kind of stab into Lumi's forearms, penetrating through his skin. And they start to pump some sort of black ink into him.
Get these things off me now!
I'm gonna rip it off as hard as I can the second I see my brother in danger.
Okay.
No,
see, you mentioned the second you
reaction.
see your brother in danger is a very primal thing for you, right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
So let's roll Do you have an advanced skill roll? Like physique yet? No, huh?
I have tenacity.
You have tenacity, so it would have to be strength. So let's give you a +5 modifier and an advantaged athletics to pull them off.
Can I assist? Like as he's like going to rip them off, can I try and try and sever or like burn away the tentacles as he like starts to pull them out?
You stand there, Blaze, frozen in fear as your brother is endangered by these tentacles just kind of that came out of nowhere. Like a second ago, the party was merry and laughing, and now Lumi's face is contorted in anguish, and you just kind of freeze in fear, unsure of what to do. Keras,
Not
you can
again.
roll. You could, yeah. I can picture like flashbacks of Lumi as a cub, and you have it, and you like losing him in the forest or something.
Okay,
All right,
create-
you can do your thing, Keras. What did you want to do?
I want to create like act like twin axes of flames and precisely cut them in half to sever their connection.
So pyromancy.
Yeah.
The answer to everything. Roll pyromancy.
That is the answer to everything. Not
Oh,
doing it, baby.
shit!
Yes.
Seeing the hopelessness on Blaze's face, you'll just kind of turn to Lumi and your eyes will just ignite. Your pupils will disappear and just kind of pale orange and white just kind of emit from your eyes as your hands catch fire, and you summon these twin crescent moon axes and just kind of slice these two tentacles, burning them to a crisp. Before the axes even make contact with the tentacles, you guys will very visibly see that the heat from the axes just kind of melts this entity away and makes it sink back into the ground. And Lumi was not because of the nat 20. Okay, as you do this, Keras, you'll grab a hold of both of Lumi's forearms, and you'll channel that same pyromancy, and it will burn slightly, you Lumi, but not enough to hurt you, like hurt your flesh. You'll grab both of his forearms. He is a Hrothgar, and he's incredibly large, but you are a large man as well, and he is much more lithe than you. So your hands just kind of wrap around his forearms almost completely, and they start to channel fire into his veins. At least aspected fire radiation into his veins. You reach for the black ink that was injected moments ago and just kind of burn it to a cinder so that it is completely gone and nothing was corrupted inside his system.
Whoa. Good job, Kupo.
Oh fuck.
Do you use your connection to Amaterasu, Kupo?
No, I didn't use it then.
All right.
Lumi.
I'm afraid to reach out to her right now, to be honest.
I'm gonna raise
That's
the
fair,
volume on
Kupo.
Discord.
Yeah, that would probably be a bad idea. I didn't expect his influence to be that strong.
Your eyes shine
Lumi,
like
are
the
you
sun,
alright?
though, Kupo.
I'll be okay.
I've been pulling more aspects of her into myself, but it's not the connection itself.
Where?
Well,
Okay.
it's
As this occurs, the earth will rumble, and you guys will hear a very deep voice in your minds.
This place nearly is now. Be cautious who you invoke. They may not survive the invocation.
And then Abadon's presence will fade. You can tell by the rumbling of his voice that Abadon is tired, and that whatever power it took to communicate with you sapped him momentarily, and he kind of retreats deep into the tunnels.
all right. Ignore
Can
what
I
I said.
attempt to just use my knowledge of, like, like fieldcraft healing dressing to roll medicine to try and help Blaze stabilize his wounds.
To
kinda
try
doing
and
first
help
aid.
Blaze stabilize his wounds. What do you mean, Blaze?
He's fucked up.
Blaze is
Just to
heavy.
help heal him.
Oh, you're just talking about like he came here like fucked up.
Yeah, he came
Okay.
here fucked
Go
up.
ahead.
I'm just trying to stabilize him to bring
I
him
thought
out
you were
of
talking
heavy sort
about
of thing.
Lumi. I was like, no, the pyromancer handled Lumi.
No,
Okay,
no,
never
no,
mind.
it's all good.
It's the other brother. Okay.
That's why we rolled that in the first place.
There doesn't seem to be much in this place that you can use in the form of poultices or herbs in order to help your friend, but you can use your blue magic, which is versatile, although not specialized in healing. That being said, because it is not specialized, we'll dumb
Would it
down
be
the healing. Blaze, heal yourself for 20% of your maximum health.
You should be healing Lumi, not me.
To be fair, we're both a little worse for wear. You're just more so.
You're definitely more fucked up. Lumi's
You're
fine.
too modest, brother.
I
I
took
can
it.
handle this, but whatever the hell that is definitely lurking around.
He's okay. I took care of it, honestly. And there's not a shred
For
left.
now, but what about
promise you
next
that.
time?
I suggest not channeling that energy right now. Sure.
It seemed,
Rely on
Lumi,
yourself.
since you're magically inclined, Lumi, it seemed almost as if the whatever that was trying to go into your Pyrofly makeup and into Wisp's connection to you. Whatever he did to sire you, whatever it was trying to use that as a back door to enter Wisp's consciousness.
Yeah, I figured as much.
So whatever we do, we rely on ourselves for healing.
Maybe just stick to classical white magic, brother.
Yes, yes.
Classical, I love that.
Let us
That's a good word.
medicine that shit or learn sanctimancy.
Carnan, let. I swear I've done this a million times over. Can I attempt to roll my my medicine on Blaze?
Yep. As long as you're not using Wisp's magic. Okay. Are you using your magic or are you trying to
Nope.
use your environment?
I carry around a medkit for this guy.
White magic.
I usually suture him up when we're in an area that's a little too dense for the use of magic.
Since Lumi's used to patching up his brother, you can roll that with advantage.
Okay. I'll just roll it again. Where the fuck is my roll?
Did you heal him, Rick, for what I said?
he healed himself? Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's not quite being the same. Carnan, the two are used to traveling together, and he is a white mage, more specialized, or a white magic proficiency job, which is more specialized in healing. So this I'll round up to 40% of his maximum health.
Makes sense. A healer would be better at it.
40% is 300, I believe.
Yep.
Alright, now that that's done with, I can pretty much self-sustain while we're in combat. Keras, Carnan, blue magic, and a pyromancer. Figure out how to deal with those symbols.
What do we have to do, Kupo?
Fuck up those
Destroy
symbols,
them.
apparently.
Destroy the symbol? Oh,
One
I
at a
can do
time.
that, Kupo.
So as you observe the sigils, you'll see that they're etched into the stone, right? Deep into the lining or the walls of the cavern. There are two left. Where they are etched, there seems to be black veins emanating from the violet etchings. And the black veins, maybe 5 or 6 per symbol, seem to be dug into the ground and just pulsing whatever the black ink was into the earth.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember, were all of the egg sacs destroyed?
Not all of them, no.
Okay.
There are a lot of egg sacs in the area, but you need to be close to them when a battle engages. So far, the egg sacs have not engaged when the runes were triggered. Also, it's quite possible that Abadon just said, fuck the egg sacs, right? While you guys are trying to help him, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I
Hey, Kupo, are they destroyed with like energy or physical objects or
the last
anything?
time The last time they were in here, Sen literally shot one of them with a blue bullet, so I assume with enough force
Oh.
or enough concentrated magic of the same, or of, I don't know, Abadon's type, it might work.
Okay, Kupo. Can I roll blaster?
Sure.
I'm gonna stand over
Blaster
here.
and an Arcana check, just to see how powerful it is out of combat.
Is there a special magic for
5
blue
mana.
magic? You know, like a.
There's an advanced magic for blue magic. Yes.
Oh,
He just has to learn it.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys,
We already knew about it.
is it animate?
God damn it, the shaman has it.
Oh,
Animancy.
animism.
Animacy.
Animism.
Cool.
It's the channeling of the wilderness around you. It usually blue mages or blue magic proficiency people can use it to transform into fiends out of combat,
Cool.
or mimic fiend noises, or cause their flesh to evolve to survive intense environments like lava or radiation, things like that.
I
Think
worry-
badass.
Darwin from X-Men.
So
I
you
really
use-
want to learn it because Carnan currently doesn't have any like explainable way to stealth. His dex is dog shit.
See, that would be a way to do it. You just turn into a
And-
curl and
Turn
just
into a
Exactly.
monster.
Stealth.
As a Moogle too, with automatically having Traveler, I would be able to do like some cool stuff on standby potentially by being able to travel to a location quickly, transform into a fiend that can slip in quietly into an area, and potentially like infiltrate something or whatever. So I'm looking forward to and looking for a way to learn that.
You've used that same description.
Long curl whiskers will appear on Carnan's face as a ball, almost like a small sun, a ball of like red energy appears in front of him, and he takes the blunt end of his spear and whacks it and sends it careening into one of the runes. Please pick the rune, Rick, please.
I'll do the one closest to us.
Okay. All right, as you trigger the rune closest to the party, it'll pulse, and you guys will hear a large shriek from the caverns below. Please roll initiative as monsters rush to or fiends, I should say, rush to defend their master's magic.
Jesus.
I don't
One of those nights, eh?
Apparently.
Dropped
I
one
Is this-
earlier.
This is
almost-
fucking punishment for not playing for a month, is it? Is this what it is?
Evidently.
Has the DM rigged the scales?
Ah, of course. That classic line.
He's got a
Right.
slider! He's got a slider!
He's got a slider! I do not have a fucking slider. Leave me alone. If I had a slider, I'd have way more fun with it.
Stupid idea, not one.
I don't have anything for it.
You guys hear the music, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Wish I could.
Does anyone oppose if I use one of my actions to pick up an aura site?
Can we do that after the combat?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys rolled initiative. Your tokens are locked.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
know,
saying.
I meant during combat I'll fucking pick up an
Yeah,
aura
that's
site.
yeah.
That's what I said.
And then I'm saying, and I'm
I'm,
countering with, can we just do that after?
Yeah, I'm with Nex on that one.
I
Yeah,
mean-
sorry.
If
It's not like you can
reason
equip
need
it
to
right
do
now.
during.
I can't equip it right now, obviously, but
Then why pick it up?
the monsters won't come. They're already here.
Bullshit.
I mean, depending on the grade of the aura site, they wouldn't have come anyways.
That's true,
What-
but I don't know how strong this is.
Since when has Steph been afraid to
What a
add
weird
shit to a
example.
fight if we did some dumb shit?
Name one time.
Literally the last session. We picked up shit on the ground mid-fight, and more things came.
You
That was
fucking picked
deliberate.
it.
I master keyed it.
I resemble that remark.
I resemble.
Of course, more things came. It was a master key.
Oh, we're getting
And if
more
this is a
loot.
force, and if this is a 4-star aura site, of course more things came. It's a 4-star aura site.
Yeah. You're getting dangerously close to Easter territory, Neil. Okay.
You can have the aura site, but pick it up after.
It's probably not even fire. It's one fire or site.
Dear God. You're not going to manipulate the aura sight that's there.
Can I infuse the Orsight with pyromancy to try and convert it to fire?
My
I
God.
never
Oh
said
my
you couldn't do that.
Hey, motherfucker! Yes.
I never said you couldn't do that.
Hell yes.
I never claimed that. I
Unless
didn't
it's
say
a
you
water
could
aura
either.
sight.
But
I love it. I'm gonna try.
I
it
didn't say you
anyways.
could either.
Got
He
him.
giveth, he taketh away.
I'm doing it in combat now. I'm gonna pyromancy. in
Oh
combat
my
to
All
convert it.
right, guys.
motherfucking
I'm pretty sure you'll
God.
recognize this.
God.
Shrieks can be heard from inside the tunnel as fiends enter the battle.
Do you recognize
Ah.
those?
Gargoyles. Yeah.
Oh, the gargoyles. Never mind.
Oh, God.
As they fly out and shriek at the party. You guys will hear more shrieks coming from the tunnel, however, as the party encounters more fiends.
I need the bestiary.
Oh, God. Celestial
Celestial matron.
Matrons.
matrons.
Oh, those are small
Harpies.
Those are greater boss level probably.
The
Alright,
party
now-
is surrounded
might be
by
Apex.
avians, and combat begins.
No,
luck.
those are greater.
I'm going
You
Greater,
need
to.
to-
greater boss, lesser boss.
You need to nat one my my initiative.
Oh, you hit a nat one.
I'm going
Mhm.
to, for the sake of convenience, copy paste the gargoyles down to the bottom and then make a new one for the matrons.
Thank you.
They might not have the same abilities
Blaze!
being celestial, though, right?
Yeah,
or
they were celestial.
other
They
ones
were, so they were
Oh,
celestial.
okay.
last
Sensing
time.
weakness. Sensing weakness, Blaze. As you enter into combat, your heart starts to palpitate. Or palpitate? Is that it? Palpitate?
Yep.
It starts to palpitate, like it starts to accelerate, and you start to have like a bit of shortness of breath as you worry for your brother's safety.
It's having an
The
anxiety
shadows
attack.
seem to reach forth as this happens, and two tentacles will jump up out of the ground and stab themselves into Lumi's legs this time.
Goddamn
Told you they'd be
bastard!
back.
You do to these tentacles?
Now, is that
Ah.
actually happening, or is he just seeing that happen?
Panic attack.
As the tentacles stab into Lumi's legs, they'll start to pump the same ink into his legs.
Damn, it's not again.
And
Don't worry,
combat
Lumi,
begins.
I'm coming.
God, I hope so.
Is he
Do we
like
see
crippled
him
by that,
actually-
or
Nope.
do we see him getting pumped full of that, or does it just appear to him or to Blaze?
Are you going to?
I think only if Blaze calls it out.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the only reason why it would look.
Hey, the tentacles are fucking back!
I mean, I called out to Lumi that I was coming.
Sure, you did call out to Lumi that you were coming. All right. As Blaze calls out to Lumi that he's on his way, the party will look at Lumi and see no tentacles at his feet.
Why?
Oh.
What? He's okay. He's only.
It makes sense that Lumi would say the tentacles are back because he saw his brother just kind of like freak out and say he's coming. So he must have assumed they were back, and then he would look at his feet and just kind of go, "Wait, where?"
Wait a second. Blaze, what are you talking about?
Combat started, right?
They're right there.
Something is fucking.
Since
with
combat
Combat did
started,
start.
can I roll bestiary research to see if this is like an illusion one of the fiends is causing?
Maybe one of them's fucking with his mind.
Yeah, you can roll.
Rolled an 8.
What's his modifiers?
I don't have them. Are they on the chart? I didn't know if they were already
You,
out.
you have to
We
add them
didn't.
yourself.
Who are you on standby with?
Benjamin.
if you want to read them out to me, Steph, I'll throw it in right now.
Yeah, they all have the
Bestiary
slots.
research is 15. Rick.
So
Tactics is
23.
15.
Perfect.
So 23.
Who else is on standby? Do you guys need it for anyone else?
We have Blair, we have Zavar, but or not Zavar, Georgie, but we haven't seen anything yet. We're just conceptualizing this not one here.
We
Where
have
is
a couple auto libras too.
where is this information at? Where's the light?
Equipment
It's
manager.
in the equipment manager. You know
Okay.
where your
This mess knows
ascension
hers,
shows what
okay.
your max stat changes are?
Yeah.
There's a
mhm.
section for
So
standby
can I
rolls.
get the total? It's 23, he said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What are you rolling on?
If one of the fiends is causing an illusion for Lumi.
Okay. You consult your bestiary research or your vast knowledge of fiends and determine that none of the fiends present in the fight have the ability to summon illusions or anything of the like. So
So it's
no, it's
kinda-
not coming from the fiends.
Okay.
I want to kind of eliminate that, so that's good.
So I
Hurt.
have Seasoned Hunter activates on initiative, and I get a free bestiary research roll on a fiend to gain a mechanic. So I'm gonna try and figure out the frontline mechanic for the matrons if there is one.
The closest thing to a frontline mechanic is Matron's Bond. Okay. Matron's Bond. Tether 2 enemies to your position with a stackable and transferable tether. Enemies must intercept the tether, or any enemies that do intercept the tether in any way will have the tether transferred to them. One tether will detonate at the end of the first enemy turn. That is the tether that is attached to the enemy with the lowest initiative will detonate at the end of the first enemy turn. And the other will detonate at the end of the third enemy turn. These tethers will deal 250 celestial damage and apply 3 applications of mania.
Okay.
If this damage is actively mitigated, the mania will only apply once.
Mania is basically cosmic burn, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tethers that are applied to enemies afflicted with petrification will be untransferable. They'll be permanent.
Oh, there's petrification in this fight.
Yeah, the gargoyles have it.
Yeah, the gargoyles.
Oh, good. The gargoyles do it. Okay. I haven't read through the gargoyles yet. I should do that.
Anything else? Any other free mechanic reveals and cheats and wall hacks?
Yes.
Auto Libra.
2 auto libras.
Of course. I need to put a cap on that shit.
You put it
Auto
in
Libra.
there.
So let's start with Thunder's Auto Libra. Blazes. Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
What are you using it on?
On the only thing we can, the Celestial Matron.
Yes, but it's a conceptual Libra. You need to ask me something.
Oh. Well, we already asked about if it had a frontline mechanic. Does it have a soak mechanic?
No, it does not. It has a secondary primary mechanic, or sorry. It has a second primary mechanic. And it has a passive. Which one do you want?
Second primary.
Void Feather. Apply 3 instances of Void Feather to one of the 3 furthest enemies from your location, prioritizing frontline.
Oh my god.
Each enemy ally that spends action economy while within 100 feet of an enemy afflicted with a Void Feather will cause a stack to be sacrificed that will deal 30% of that enemy's maximum health to them in celestial damage. Shall I say it again? Was that too
Yes,
fast?
please. Yes.
Yes, please.
Apply 3 instances of Void Feather 1, undispellable, by the way, to one of the 3 furthest enemies from your location, prioritizing frontline enemies. So that's duelists and tanks. Each enemy ally that spends action economy while within 100 feet of an enemy afflicted with Void Feather stacks will cause a stack to be sacrificed and will deal 30% of that enemy's maximum health to them as celestial damage. That's the enemy afflicted with void feathers will take the damage.
So to avoid triggering that, the person who afflicted with it needs to basically be isolated from the rest of the
Isolated
party.
100 feet. Yes.
Mm,
Okay.
Prioritizes frontline though too. So
Which
it's gonna
means it's
Yes,
be-
gonna
it's
hit.
it's called a tank buster.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Keras, are you considered
Anti-tank
frontline?
mechanics.
No, I'm
Assailant.
assailant.
Okay, Assailant, Saboteur. Okay, so that's Blaze.
Blaze
I'm
is a
hybrid.
saboteur. Keras is Blaze is a saboteur tank, so he's frontline. Keras is assailant, so no, and you're hybrid, so no.
I'm hybrid, and obviously Lumi's healer assailant.
Okay.
Or is it just pure healer now?
Healer assailant.
Just no, he's healer assailant. Yeah.
Okay.
But it
that's
prioritizes
Blaze.
healer. It will always these mechanics will always prioritize the first one.
Okay, perfect. You want to toss that passive in there now?
Yeah. Let me just reveal my entire enemy. Harpy's Song. Successfully dealing non-celestial damage to this creature will afflict you with Stone Sickness 1. Once you reach 3 stacks of Stone Sickness 1, you will be afflicted with Petrification 1. Stone Sickness is not dispellable, but Petrification is.
That's a right.
Is anything
bitch.
about that you do not understand? Good?
No, that's pretty straightforward.
All right, let's do it then. Time for my harpies.
Are they fully revealed?
The harpies are fully revealed.
Check mark.
Nice.
Celestial Matron will activate Matron's Bond. Oh, good. My arrows are already purple. And roll.
Gonna buy beer.
That intercepts automatically and go to stay him. That does not intercept. All right. You guys see them? We're good?
Yep.
Actually, I said I wouldn't
Wait.
put them directly on anymore because you guys grabbed them by accident. Okay, so Matron's Bond has triggered. This harpy will activate Void Feather. Three Void Feathers on Blaze.
Good start.
And his turn. Carnan! Your turn.
Okay, Kupo. Well, I don't want to take a shitload of damage, so I'm gonna cast.
Is that gonna trigger Void Feather?
Carnan, don't forget. Celestial creatures are all resistant to every type of damage. By resistant 50, I think, is the amount. Yeah, 50 to every type of damage.
Chaos, Kupo.
Yeah, you deal chaos damage if you're dealing physical, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just keep that in mind for your Lancets and your Lansagas and stuff like that.
It was all around the same time, and like my sister, I don't know if she's. I never.
I
left it on. I never.
You're gonna
Yeah,
I
sorry.
mean,
I
that's
just
a
realized
shame.
I needed to just double check on.
I know I.
Do you guys want me to focus one of the matrons or the gargoyles, Kupo?
This is a stranger walking down.
I'd prefer to leave, so I don't
I
get
just got responded. I feel like I.
you know, blown up here.
Feel like I.
Yeah, it's true, Kupo. Well, where do you want to go, Kupo? I'll go the other way.
My sister did know.
I'll try to move as far
she's
away as I
holding.
can. I guess I'll go to the Celestial Gargoyle.
If you damage it first, it'll permanently target
then,
you,
like,
apparently, according to
when
the
it
notes,
talks
Kupo, so maybe that'll help. I should probably go the matron then, Kupo.
And then later we found out he's been.
The gargoyles have frontline mechanics, so it's best that he handle them.
Yeah,
Well,
and
frontline, the
he's,
mechanics that can be
all,
mitigated.
reminiscing
That should be
of it and
mitigated.
almost-
If you have the movement, maybe give me that tether before you. Well, or you can take that tether. It doesn't matter.
I
Whatever
can
you
take the
figure
tether,
out.
Koopa. I
No,
should be
my
okay.
sister was
I'm gonna
like-
I put Savage Guard on, so I'll mitigate some of it.
And then my mom got this.
All right.
Either
According to this, if I'm to understand this correctly, as soon as you end your turn, the one on Blaze pops? Or no, the one on Keras pops, sorry. Lowest initiative?
That's correct, Koopa.
Makes sense.
feels weird that I didn't have.
You can accept that movement.
Blaze, I need you to get a hold of yourself.
But
Don't have a panic attack just because things started off a little rough.
Be anywhere, brother. Looking into the shadows.
And he probably is, but he's not on me right now. Focus on the things that are.
Hmm.
At least,
Okay.
I don't think he is. He looks down at his feet and picks his feet up.
Hmm.
Do I feel any resistance as I pick up my foot?
I don't know, brother. I have a feeling.
Oh, I was asking our god? Steph?
There's no feeling. No, there's nothing resisting on your foot. Your foot feels completely normal.
I am 99% sure that there's nothing attached to me right now.
I guess I
So
can't
you're
lance
saying there's a
Koopa.
chance.
I guess I can't lance it, Koopa, so I don't really have anything to do with my bonus action. So if you guys need me to use like an item or something, Koopa, let me know.
What's wrong? Nothing.
You can't use any actions?
I think it's.
Well,
can.
my bonus I already used my action. My bonus action, the only thing I can really do with it is lance it, but I can't penetrate 50k celestial resistance.
Do you have a bonus action
With
blue magic spell or
lance it.
something? Is your heal a
No.
bonus action at all? Any of them?
No, I don't have the heal. That's a bonus action. Yet. So the only thing I have is analyze, but I think we know all the mechanics.
Yeah, we got the check mark for the matrix. Can
So-
we get a confirmation if we have the check mark for the gargoyles? We know Stone Flurry, Grudge, Sonic Stone, and Earthbend.
And that they have flight movement.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
First enemy that damages this enemy, or first enemy that's damaged by this enemy, will be permanently targeted. Yeah, I don't want to get targeted by the gargoyles.
You really don't.
Alright, I'm gonna end my turn.
Type of damage is celestial. Is it magic?
I think it's
Magic or
celestial,
physical?
period.
It's just a resist ability.
Well, then it has to interact with my breaks in such a way, though.
Yeah, your
Whoops.
breaks,
yeah.
your breaks get rid of it. So like you're able to remove.
That's
hit
not what
the
he's
No,
resist.
no,
asking.
no,
That's
no,
not what he's
no.
asking.
You're
That's not what he's
you're
asking.
assuming
Guys, no,
something
which
I'm
one?
not asking.
Earthman, Sonic Stone.
Stone Flurry and Grudge.
I just mean
Nope,
the
you
one,
know them all.
the one that armor
I can
breaks.
negate damage
Uh,
based off of if it's magic or physical. So which is celestial of those two?
Celestial
magical.
counts under magic for the Templar.
There you go. So then that's what it.
I believe the tether on Keras explodes.
We'll stand by for a minute.
How much health do these?
Oh my god, why am I having so much trouble? Okay, sorry. Lowest I said, right? So yeah, Keras' tether explodes. Which deals? I don't even have my DM window open. Fuck, I'm like frazzled as hell right now. Where's my DM window?
250 Celestial, 3 applications of Mania.
Unless actively mitigated.
Yeah. Where is...
Is
I
it
need to-
holy?
Keras, you need to do your own mania damage. Keep in mind.
Uh,
It's the same as burn. You guys can literally just keep one of those active and just change the type of damage every time.
That's exactly what I do. Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
So,
Yeah.
does that hit me 3 times, basically?
Each time you perform action economy, it hits you 3 times.
Wait, what?
Is it dispellable?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
What do you,
it's
what do you
just
mean?
an
Wait,
ailment.
what? It's just an ailment. Mania is an ailment. It even you can get rid of it with a salve. Yep.
I do have those, so I will use them.
There you go.
Okay. So, Steph, in answer to my question, the celestial damage these guys deal is considered magic, right?
Celestial damage is magic. It's radiation. Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
There are mechanics that will say things like, if you have 3 or more stacks of celestial resistance, the mechanic deals less to you. 5 or more stacks of celestial resistance, 1 stack, at least 1 stack. So keep that in mind. That as the celestial fiends get stronger in the campaign, there will be more and more like things that make them easier if you guys have started using celestial powder dust. Celestial dust on yourselves.
What fiend types are the matrons? I assume avian?
Matrons are avians. I think so are the gargoyles, to be honest.
Greater boss?
Celestial matrons are apex fiends.
Oh.
Nice.
They're very
Harvest
dangerous.
them things after you kill them.
Yeah, definitely don't harvest those. How much health would you say these gargoyles have, roughly?
Gargoyles don't have a lot of health.
Too long, to be honest.
Because the celestial matrons are apex fiends, does it look like they don't have much health either? Because that's what apex is, right? They're just super heavy damage dealers with not a ton of health. Not necessarily.
necessarily. It depends on
Not
the-
a ton of health. No, they're not. Apex fiends are not drawn out fights. They're more fast burning fights.
Intensity.
Yeah.
High intensity, isn't that your...
Blaze, my bad, Blaze.
All right. I'm still refreshing myself with how I do this again. And I'm also keeping an eye on Lumi. All right. Let's double check brutal shot for a second here. 50 range. Basically nothing at the moment. So for now, missed break. So I can get some tanking in.
I should have told Carnan to go to the gargoyle.
Deal with the gargoyles first, brother. Is that the plan? I'm thinking.
Well, there's an interaction where if they're not engaged, they'll target 2 and apply a 30-foot radius to both targets, and at the end of the round it deals 250 damage to anyone not within both radii. So
Keras is gonna have to do the other one, Kupo, because if I'd gone over there, I would have blown up my tether on Keras too.
They do stack. You're right.
True.
I thought about that, and I was like, the only target I can get in melee range to Kupo was this guy, or else I would have blown a tether up on him.
He's right.
Primary
Can't.
mechanic. Also, the opportunity attack. 3 slashes, 100 each. If they're not mitigated, you get petrification.
I can't get that. That's fucking horrific.
Are you gonna be able to mitigate your stone flurry, brother?
I have passive mitigation on him as we speak. So
Keras, I think we just need to blow up one of the matrons, Kupo.
Yours?
Probably would be best if you can like. It looks like you're gonna maybe have to go to the gargoyle so it doesn't hit 2 people. If you can, Kupo. But
Is the
whatever you want to do, if you can damage this guy from range, Kupo, or maybe do one of your long cleaves. I don't know. Whatever you think is best, Kupo.
I'm gonna get targeted by both gargoyles if I cleave everyone in the fight right now.
Blaze already damaged one, I think.
No.
Yep.
He did.
Well, it got absorbed, but I did attack it.
Yeah, I think you actually have to do damage to it to trigger it, Kupo.
That's not possible for me then.
It says
I
the
will.
first enemy that damages this enemy, or the first enemy that is damaged by this enemy. So
Yep.
I think by being in engagement range, Kupo, you'll be the first one damaged by it, so it should still work.
That's fine. Not sure how to help you with the other one though. Because I just don't have enough quintessence to range attack it and do damage or debuff it.
I'm going unconscious if I go into melee with it.
Which one goes first, Kupo? Oh, I
You-
can't do anything anyway. Never mind.
I'm going
The
to
one-
bonus action salve. So burn myself.
Hold
3
on. I
times.
might have an idea. Just give me one moment. Deal standard weapon damage to if the enemy is damaged successfully. No, I can't pierce that. Never mind. I can't do it.
Well, if I go and get hit by this gargoyle, it's your job to have to get me up and get rid of petrification.
I can do both. This means as a result, you may choose to pay for on fire as a free action.
And then
Whose turn is it?
What's the thing where
Keras' turn.
petrification can't be removed?
The
If bound to be
precursor to petrification can be removed. Only petrification can.
Is it if you have mania? Tethers applied to enemies with petrification are permanent.
Now we're
The
Okay, so
tethers
if
are
I have
permanent.
petrification and I get mania, the tether will keep pulsing. Is that what that means?
No, it just means that the tether is not removed from you when it explodes if you're petrified.
Oh, it just stays on basically. So next round it'll happen again.
Yeah. Or if somebody intercepts it, then I don't know how that works. If maybe it just can't be intercepted?
when you added in the accent.
Okay, so I'm focusing that matron you're on basically is what's happening. Are you telling me?
Well, I think that's the best option, Kupo, because generally Apex Fiends need to be blown up quickly because they do a shitload of damage and they're dangerous.
Okay, I'm not gonna touch 10. I'm going to AoE but not touch 10. Cool.
Sure,
Ideal.
Kupo. Yeah.
Cool. I'm going
Do
to
north.
overheat. Spend 3 to overheat. So, Steph, you can get rid of mania. I cleansed myself.
You used. Did you consume the?
Yes.
Okay, then we're good.
Overheat.
Oh, I forgot to
And then I'm
Gotta
going
Did you
to
damage yourself for cleanse? Yes, you did.
Of
Okay, we're
course,
good.
of course. I'm no cheater.
I
Uh,
never
But-
said you were a cheater.
I felt it.
Not yet.
Right? I felt it.
Speaking of cheating, Steph, I should have 1 stack of stone sickness. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Speaking of cheating, he says.
I will then spend 2 more blaze shards to scorch the matron Rick is fighting. So let's dump that into him. Boom. Enjoy. And then I will.
You scorched it, so you had to damage it, right?
Yeah, the matron's been damaged.
Which means stone sickness for you.
Oh, is it whenever you damage it?
Whenever you deal damage, that
is not.
bypasses.
Whenever you deal non-celestial damage to it.
Oh, okay.
So your stuff bypasses their resistances, but all of your damage will trigger it. So if you AoE right now and hit
Second stack.
both of the matrons,
Third
you
stack.
will be petrified.
Yeah, I'm getting petrification regardless, though, so that's not going to change anything.
If he gets another 3 stone sicknesses on him, is it petrification 2, or is it 2 instances of petrification?
No, it's just petrification 2, stacking petrification.
Perfect.
Not separate instances. That the wording would be different.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to end my turn.
Bear in mind, you take 50% increased external damage while petrified.
Sorry, by the way, it's non-celestial damage or celestially infused damage. For example, if you put celestial infusion on your weapon, any weapon damage, spell damage, or ability damage you do bypasses those mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And take my word for it, they're gonna get much worse.
Oh,
Yeah,
it will always be possible without it, though. Keep that in mind. I'm never gonna lock a fight out because you guys don't have Celestial Dust. But those of you who do use Celestial Dust will literally be in the fight just cackling to yourself like, this is so fucking easy.
The
So.
gun mage will be incredible with that, with Celestial Infusion.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Because you're going to be fighting fiends. Right?
I'm just not focusing on him at the moment.
Reacting immediately. I'm choosing the cardinal direction north and just blasting upward everything in the north above me.
Okay. Everything in the north above you. So that's both harpies. Oh no, and the gargoyle too. Okay.
And the gargoyle. Yeah.
All right. That means the gargoyle's fixating on you.
It's already good. It was already good at me anyways.
Okay. So the gargoyle is, what's it called? It's called
Grudge.
Grudge. I'm just gonna write the grudge target.
Oh, this is Hellfire Slash. My bad. I need to heal actually.
There you go.
Sorry, I need to heal.
All right. So the gargoyle will,
1 second.
if he's engaged with someone, activate Stone Flurry, I think. And you are engaged with him, which means Stone Flurry triggers, and you take 3 separate instances of 100 celestial damage.
Yeah. Sorry, it's 90, not 100.
I lied.
About what?
Stone sickness can be dispelled.
Oh.
That makes more
It is
sense.
a break. Stone sickness is a break, but if it has 3, it applies petrification, which is an ailment. It can be dispelled. My bad.
Okay, that's how it's been in the past. I wasn't sure if it was just
I don't
these
know
guys
why.
in
I put a
were
star in
unique.
front of it. I'm just crazy, I guess. I don't know.
It's all good. I thought maybe it was like empowered
There you
because
go.
they were celestial.
Stone sickness on everyone that can be dispelled by break breakers.
Is break breakers. Is the Stone Flurry of the gargoyles a tanking mechanic?
Anything that attacks in small hits in quick succession, yes, is going to be a tank mechanic because some tanks are extremely good against that. Geomancer comes to mind. Actually, you are very good at that because when you debuff someone, that means those 3 instances will all have the reduction on them, which means it'll deal ridiculous. You're essentially getting 3 times the value on your damage breaks like damage reduction breaks. So things like that will always be a frontline mechanic. So, so Neil, get fucked up.
Yep.
Get fucked up. Get fucked up. And it's just one death save. You fall unconscious. It's one mechanic.
I'm gonna activate Blaze of Glory and fire out a Firaga at the matron.
Do the gargoyles have a death mechanic? Buy it until they fall. Yeah, so grudge resets when the grudge target falls unconscious.
Oh.
So grudge is gone.
Neat.
Nice.
Celestial Matron is heavy. You get another stack of stone sickness.
Keras ended his turn. The tether should have exploded. I forgot to mention that.
Yep. I'm gonna do that in a second. Neil, how many times have you damaged the damn harpies?
I should have petrification 1 now.
Okay,
And
so
then
he's unconscious and petrified.
Yeah, and then the stone
How many
flourish.
times did you damage them?
4 times total. So
that means you have another application of
I
stone
have-
sickness
I have
as well.
One extra stack of it.
So petrification 1. Whoops, 1.
And then the stone flurry gives him another 3. Which then transfers or converts into petrification 2 with 1 stone sickness left over.
With 1 stack. Yep, you're right. So he has petrification 2 on him now.
Okay.
The gargoyle's turn should be done.
Hit me, Kupo.
Oh yeah, I have to hit you with. Keras' turn means you would have been hit with a 250 damage blast. No active mitigation. Which means you get afflicted with mania 3 times. Alright, Carnan has 3 stacks of mania, took the damage. The Celestial Gargoyle's turn begins, and it activates Stone Flurry. Hit the enemy without being mitigated. That counts as passive mitigation for you, right? Just not for your allies,
Yes,
I think?
it's
correct.
Okay, so that means you get nothing. Yep, that means Blaze doesn't get anything from these. He just gets 50 damage 3 times, which I'm going to, apply 1 at a time.
That's up to 50 now?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was at 25. Jeez, nice.
It's 50
Yeah,
for
see,
me.
he took half damage from this.
It's 28 for you.
Ah.
All right, so that's
I
that.
have better scaling for self, basically, for these.
Lumi's turn.
Roger. Alright, so first things first, we need to get you up. Anything at the end of the round that's going to kill you if I get you up right now?
Whose
you
arrow?
should just leave me down
is
actually
this?
until their turn goes, and then they get me up.
That's fair. I'm going to hold my bonus action to Verdant Gift Keras
I'm gonna assume.
after the matrons
Neil?
have taken their turn.
Huh?
What?
Neil, is this your arrow?
Yeah, that's my arrow when I do.
You're gonna drive Rick insane every time.
That's. I mean, how else am I supposed to mark her fucking AoE positional? Like here's. Hold
Yes,
on.
but you can like move
No,
your
you-
arrows
you-
off the map or something when you're done. Is all
Or
he's saying.
Or you just
Blast.
like cast the spell to indicate the direction, remove it. You know?
I could do that.
Blast. He's
If I just made a cone every time I breathed and left it up for the rest of the fight, you'd all have an aneurysm.
I'm already having an aneurysm right now.
I'm going to move back. And then I'm going to hold my bonus action to Verdant Gift Keras back up. After the matrons have taken their turn, I'm going to hold my action to cast Ezuna on Keras after he's been raised. And then my reaction's whatever the fuck I want.
Got it.
End of round.
As the end of round triggers, Lumi, you suffer 100 damage from an unknown enemy.
Oh, you dick.
Mother!
And as you suffer 100 damage from an unknown enemy, you are afflicted with KO 1 3 times. So you don't fall unconscious, but the next time you fall unconscious,
It's KO, yeah.
Can I roll standby on that?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to roll?
Couldn't. I don't know what role it would be, but could Georgie use one of his maybe perceptions or something to sense ill intent and find out what is focusing on him to attack him?
Perception. There would be perception, straight up, which is a +8 modifier. Plus, and with ill intent, I'll give you an extra +3.
But Brandon,
Plus
you know
11.
that it's
20.
what did you say?
13.
What did you say?
There seems to be something, some sort of energy signature. You can actually vaguely sense it with your Sanctomancy, considering it is oppositely aligned from you. But you can't really tell what it is, and such cannot warn your allies about it.
Okay.
All right, brother. You may have been onto something.
I knew I was right. Take that, Keras.
Can I point it out
Blaze,
to?
as you yell, you'll hear a voice in your ear.
He's going to die. He's going to die because of you.
Lumi.
And the next round begins.
Okay, since I'm wisdom based, maybe I might be better at rolling perception at this.
I missed that. What did Steph say? I was like,
You guys couldn't hear him?
I could hear you.
We
Gil
heard it.
just
It's just
wasn't there.
Okay.
yeah. What is?
Blaze is hearing voices.
Yeah, it's just roleplay. Like, we didn't learn anything, just other than Lumi is in fact being affected by something, and something is trying to unnerve Blaze. You know what?
Void Feather.
Steph, make the sound when you're done
Oh?
with Void Feather.
Like normal sound?
No, Ascendant Limit Break sound.
Oh, shit. Oh, chef's knife. That's pretty funny.
You gotta make the sound. Carnan has to make the
What?
sound.
Why do I have to make the sound?
As in, make the nyeh!
When
Oh.
Tomberries, they're trying to show you how they stab, they go, nyah!
All right, Kupo. Here we go. Yeah, Kupo.
Hey, good fucking
Oh my
shit.
god, he fucking killed it. All right, that's an overkill, too, so.
On an Apex Fiend.
Yeah, an overkill on an Apex Fiend. Why does Rick do these things?
So for the purposes of like his limit break, if this damage is successfully dealt to a boss of any kind, you may heal for an amount. How does that interact with Apex Fiends?
Apex Fiends
They're
are not
considered
bosses.
final
So it's just
bosses?
not. It just doesn't do anything extra.
Granted, Apex Fiends weren't created when these things were, like, some of these limit breaks were done, so usually you just ask me to update it. Greater enemy, boss of
Usually
any
it's
kind. Yeah,
equivalent
boss of any
to-
kind or an Apex Fiend. Yeah, you can change the wording if
Yeah.
you want.
Usually I just equivocate it to being the same as a final boss for an Apex Fiend for purposes of most of these things, because it usually translates.
Lol.
Can I have my perception modifier?
Perception modifier? Yeah.
For Benjamin?
Guess I need to make some more cells. If people are using other skills.
19.
19. Okay. Benjamin is he's sitting there talking with Benjamin, and then Georgie, and then Benjamin. And Georgie's like, I sense something. I can't put my finger on it. My magical knowledge is not that good. And I turn to the bird, and it's like, your magical knowledge is good. What is it that it's affecting Lumi? So I roll.
Rick, you loot a dry ether.
Oh, cool.
As the matron dies. Blech.
26.
26. A word from your ally. A magical word, something that only the shamans of Nova know. Glorpthorpe. And and the illusion is dispelled. It's gibberish. He just made it up. As the illusion is dispelled, a creature just kind of hovers over the battlefield and stares down at all of you.
What the fuck is that cool looking thing?
Why does that look
I
familiar?
see that the jig is up. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Roll for initiative.
A creature enters the fight.
The fuck?
That's Dark Knight armor.
You guys can speak to it during your turns if you wish. Just don't have huge conversations. Celestial Matron, did I say? Yeah, Void Feather on Blaze. Blaze is the prio. So Blaze, an additional 3 Void Feathers. Stay away from everyone.
Make it very hard to take.
And that ends the Celestial Matron's turn.
Which will
Carnan.
trigger
Since the
all of my
other
stuff.
matron died, does 3 of the Void Feathers expire?
Actually, no.
Rip.
Fuck off.
Well,
Please remove prone from Keras.
Yes. Keras.
Where do you come from, Kupo?
Please remove all stacks of petrification as well.
I don't know. I was just not here one day and then here.
Yeah. That's weird, Kupo. Why do you want to fight us and not them, Kupo?
Well, they are the master's creations.
Oh.
You are those who would resist his will. You must be disposed of. Such is why I was created.
As he mentions being created, he'll place an open palm over his chest and a faith circle will appear etched onto his armor.
Oh. Just gotta change the color of the entry now.
All right.
He has a
Well.
face circle on his armor.
In his chest, yeah.
Does kind of like
His
Yes.
his density doesn't seem that doesn't seem that powerful. His magic seems to be aligned elsewhere. And as a saboteur Blaze, you can spot another saboteur. So his magic is aligned to disruption.
Does he also appear to have a celestial resistance aura?
Unlike the fiends surrounding you, he doesn't seem to be infested with whatever is inside them. He seems to be separate entirely. In fact, he reminds you very much of when you see the entity Zodiark. Zodiark isn't infested with that shit either. So.
Okay.
And stone sickness, because that's spelled it too.
So baby
All right,
Zodiac.
Kupo.
Hold up. Before you go, I still have a reaction. I'm just wondering, what's the plan? Are we going to deal with the matriarch first and then the celestial gargoyles? Or how's this going to work? Are we going to try and take down one of the gargoyles, or are we going to just basically deal with both of them for now?
I really can't leave melee with this gargoyle.
Well,
I can pull aggro on that gargoyle, Kupo.
Keras is no longer petrified.
I would like
I have I'm asking because I can potentially tank both gargoyles.
That would be preferable, definitely.
Because if I armor break this guy, it should remove his celestial resistance, which means if I attack him,
no question, it will.
Okay,
definitely.
then if I attack him, I'll gain grunge. Then I can leap to the other gargoyle, and just by being in his range, I'll be attacked by him. So long as you guys leave range so that Void Feather doesn't affect you.
You
Well,
should
if I can
already have Celestial Gargoyle 10's grudge
Yeah, you
because
do.
he damaged you.
That's true. Celestial
damaged me.
Gargoyle 10's
Yeah.
grudges on you. Yeah.
Does that mean that it will follow him around?
So
if
yes,
he
it
leaves?
means it will follow him
Correct.
around.
Well, then yeah, you should definitely take it.
The only problem is that he has to leap not on your turn, right? Like you guys have to get out of the way because the feathers will damage you guys.
And that just slightly changes what I'm going to do. But not by
Your
much.
turn, Carnan.
I just trying to figure out where people are going, Koopa, because I don't want to be in that circle.
I'm gonna go to the other Celestial Gargoyle. I'm probably gonna go shortest distance, which is whatever.
Ooh,
Let's
Whatever a straight
fucking
line
go,
is.
Koopo.
Oh my god, you
At
used
the
it
fiend.
he just learned from the fiend.
I just nat 20'd with a basic ass bitch lancet.
You don't see that often.
Or you get too crazy. And
on. Okay. Okay, fine, fuck it. As you send your magic careening into the unknown entity, you'll sense that your magic just kind of collides, and it feels like your magic has collided against something massive. Think punching the side of what's a good example? Think punching one of the vertical edges, one of the vertical cliffs on Mount Everest, and expecting it to do something. It's just you encounter something so large that it feels like your lancet just collides against infinite mass. As your lancet collides, you'll get a vision, though. This is the only Eidolon that so far the entity has been able to create. And a name will whisper into your mind: Pelennor.
Eleanor.
Can I
Eleanor?
get a spelling of that?
Pelennor.
Let's
I'm
see.
revealing his name on the combat tracker.
Oh, perfect. 2 bells. I was close.
Entity.
Pelennor is not powerful in itself. In fact, Pelennor is an extension, a servant of Zodiark's will that was created with the sole purpose of being a saboteur to the Warriors of Light. His traits are intelligence and very destructive and disruptive saboteur magic. He seems to have some sort of protection around him, something that you are absolutely certain with the powerful hit you just landed on him will be impossible for the party to bypass it, like in this encounter.
Even with chaos damage.
Even with chaos damage, even with like, it doesn't matter what you have, you won't be able to damage this entity. There is something powerful, something that exists outside of combat protecting it. That being said, I'll give you, because you're nat 20, a 5,000 recon price reduction on what it is.
Okay.
If you ever want to figure it out. So write that in your notes and
How much
be
recon?
sure to tell me. What?
How much is the cost?
To figure it out, 20,000
Yeah.
recon. Minus 5.
Minus 5,000. Okay.
And that being said, even though your lancet collides with whatever ancient magic is protecting this creature, you will, for a moment, catch a vision of this, of a, as your lancet collides with this shield, for a moment, you'll find yourself in a vast and black, empty room. Water just kind of fills the room up, reaching about your waist. And as you just kind of like look around frantically, you see nothing but darkness in the distance. And as you look up into the sky, you see a sea of stars. As you look around desperately, you'll see 2 glimmering lights. Both of the lights seem to be snuffed by the darkness around them, but they still glint very faintly in the distance. One of them is pale and silver and very bright, almost platinum. And the other one is a deep shade of crimson, red. The same shade of color as the planet Nova.
Okay.
As you look into the distance, you sense an entity just kind of frantically roaring and flying. You almost feel the wing beats just kind of echoing throughout the entire place as this creature shrieks and flies through the air, and you sense it in your bones. It is hunting you.
I don't want to be
You
here.
have
Kupo.
time. You have time to maybe reach one of the lights, or you can turn immediately away. What do you do? How does everyone feel about these quick events? Are we okay, or are you guys just kind of?
Love
like
them.
that.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm waiting for to be in
No
one.
problem.
This is new to me, and I'm kind of fucking loving it.
It
Yeah.
happened once before. This
Yeah,
is the
Star
this
had
second
it
time
in
was-
the
it's
last
happening.
session.
It was actually in the same place
Yeah.
that Rick is in
I-
right now.
I wasn't in that session. I didn't even see.
Yeah, I
anything,
know.
so-
I'm just letting you know it's happened before, is all.
Yeah.
Relatively new.
This is awesome.
The reward changes based on your decision. So,
I want
whatever you
to
want.
try. Carnan's very familiar with the feel of blue magic at this point, and the main feel of blue magic is always like a drawing, a pulling, right? Latching onto like energy or information or power and pulling it into himself.
Mm-hmm.
So Carnan wants to try to use his power to do that same thing, to latch onto the silver being in the distance, because Star told him about her conversation, like her chance she had with Tsukuyomi, and Carnan would know about that, and he's going to try to kind of build on what she was able to do to try to pull Tsukuyomi to him using his power, like an Arcana roll or something. I don't
Okay.
really have anything to do
To
crazy
be
stuff
honest,
with this.
So as you draw upon your magic in order to do what you described, you feel a kinship with the entity that you reach out to. Not because of any deeper meaning than you are reaching out to this entity with Arcana, with magic. So roll Arcana with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Three separate DCs. 40, 45, and 50.
Oh, so close.
The entity quickly turns to you. You see for a moment a wolf, a silver wolf, just kind of staring at you through the darkness. Her eyes, as she locks on yours, just kind of flash with recognition almost. And she will dart her eyes around for a moment before invoking a word under her breath, and you'll find yourself just kind of whipped backward and brought back into your body.
I see you, Zodiark Kupo. We will defy you, as I defied you when I faced the dragon, Kupo. I defy you now. We were coming, Kupo.
The word that she utters under her breath is Vindicas, as you go careening back to your body. As you return to your body, you are bathed in the glow of Tsukuyomi, and you learn the mythic limit break, Lunar Flare.
Oh shit!
Let's go, Kupo!
Where have I heard that word before? Vindicas.
No way.
All right.
Awesome.
Oh,
There's your nat
that's
20.
only 4 stars.
What a cheeky bastard! He's literally like, "That's only if I need one more star."
Alright.
All right. The only other person that has unlocked a Primordial's Flare is Savande, I think, with Apex
Same.
Flare. Apex Flare from. It's funny. I think Rick wanted Apex Flare, but he got Lunar Flare instead, I guess.
That one works for me too.
Like, I'll fucking take it. I don't care.
Magic makes sense.
Diversity's never a bad thing.
Okay, Kupo. So that was fun. Let's get back on track here. You're still gonna take the aggro from the gargoyle, so I don't need to worry about it.
Yep.
Okay,
That's the
Kupo.
plan.
That makes my job difficult, Kupo. How am I gonna get over there?
Does is Pelennor like down on our level, or is he more like floating above, affecting the
He's
fight?
floating above.
Okay, so like if I run
he-
past him, I'm not gonna like go in engagement range.
Nope.
I'm just gonna.
He has
like...
no engagement mechanics or opportunity attacks.
Okay. So if I go there,
He's not ethereal, but it's almost as if he's not on this plane.
okay.
Unless you can move more, that might actually put you in range for, because he's gonna leap to this one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Eh,
I think
Kupo?
he's gonna keep going, isn't he? I figured you were gonna keep moving.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I will dash up to the Celestial Matron.
You have that much movement, Koopa?
I have 120 base.
How are you getting 120 base?
Because of Avian.
Oh, yeah.
Avian
that makes sense.
mutation gives you movement.
Okay.
And I have 50 base bonus from Yojimbo, 50 base from Moogle, and 20 from Avian.
No, Jimbo's got him.
Okay, so I am now completed. Oh, I do need to burn myself because I used a bonus action.
Try and be as far away as possible from this spot, Matt. So I can't go super far.
I'll do my best, Keras.
Thank you, Blaze. I appreciate it.
See, Lumi? You too, Keras. He's gonna like point at them and like his hand like swinging back and forth with his finger and then point to Pelennor. I knew. Points at his head. Saboteur always knows. Okay. Action.
Are we the same, you and I?
Similar in a sense. Depends. Do you have a brother?
Brother? What is a brother?
Philosophers have been asking that question for millennia. A family of sorts. Kin.
Kin. What is kin?
Boy. Family. A tribe.
Benjamin.
A team.
How does void filter work?
Do you protect kin?
Yes, with your own life.
So, the Slender One's kin is the Pyromancer, then. Your fear allowed him to suffer, and the Pyromancer saved his life.
Now we're not
Would that not make him the Slender One's kin?
In a sense, all warriors of light are kin, to a varying level. It's not an absolute, it's more of a...
Saving
What's the
one's
best
life.
way to describe it?
Saving one's life does forge powerful bonds, but no, me and them are not kin.
Leaf not
You are more kin than the coward who did nothing.
Wow.
As Pellinor says that, Pellinor's eyes will narrow into very, very thin slits as the creature just kind of focuses in on Blaze and then returns to battle.
Ugh, doing my best.
It wasn't the right tool for the job. That was
Did you disengage from this gargoyle?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, then we're good.
He's got focus break.
Whoa, sorry. Actually, I didn't disengage. I just primal leaped, but he's focus braked, so I don't give a shit.
Okay, then it doesn't matter. I mean, you did disengage if he's focus broken.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted you
your
to say...
focus break actually overrides his grudge mechanic, so...
Well, I guess. Yeah, oh yeah, I know that. That's how I was going to save Neil last time. Was I was just gonna like, all right, Neil, you're hugging with me for a bit, and I was gonna focus break his and just been like, no. He's attacking me, but Neil went down, so that plan's gone now.
Steph, I should have an additional instance of stone sickness.
Okay.
All right. I can't focus break him, so you're going to have to disengage, unfortunately, because otherwise I can't get mitigation up.
So each enemy ally that spends action on combat within 100 feet of melee with Void Feather will cause a stack sack for itself and deal. So I'll take 30% of my health, basically.
No,
Blaze
takes
hitting
30%.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hitting him.
If you do an action, I take the punishment.
Okay.
But I'm going to react immediately.
What's the modifier, Easter?
I'm looking right now.
Okay.
Perfect.
Lumi Kupo.
Yes, Carnan.
Let me know kind of like when you can dispel me, Kupo.
Make the
Or
charge sound.
Azuna me, Kupo, sort of thing.
Dear God. Sorry.
And I'll
Why
try
didn't
and
that work?
time it so that I turn to stone right beforehand, Kupo.
If Keras is getting out of the way now, then I don't have to worry about him for the moment. You can probably do it on my turn.
I won't be able to do it till next round, Kupo.
Then I'll hold an action.
I don't have stone sickness 1 anymore because Azuna cleansed it.
No, as in that's a break. First of all, second of all,
it's a break.
Yeah.
Azuna only cleanses it if
When it's
when
petrification.
you actually get petrified. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to time mine so that I get petrified when he can cleanse me.
Yeah, I have to disengage, so that's gonna hurt you, Matt, probably. You're cool with that?
What?
Isn't it focus broken?
No,
No,
not
the other
this
one's
one.
focus broken.
Not
The
this
other
one.
one's-
Oh, okay.
So I have to disengage.
Oh,
from this
10's the
one.
lower one. Okay, got it.
Hey, these things look like they have a
With your roll, Georgie, you can only surmise that the runes are Lunarian in some way. Mostly because the runes are similar to what you've seen Torbad etch into his machines and into the ground, depending on what he's doing at the time. Torbad would probably know what the runes actually do if you were able to sketch them and write them down somewhere and show them to him.
Okay.
Steph, does it look like the Celestial Gargoyle is focused solely on Blaze? Because he damaged it?
Blaze damaged it to leap to it, so yes, its grudge will be on Blaze.
Does that mean that...
It didn't break the
But
50.
my
Celestial
damage
resist.
can't break 50. Like, none of my damage can do more than 50 damage.
Okay.
So it won't.
So it's not focused on him, then.
It's not focused on me.
Oh, because...
Primal Leap uses an auto attack. My auto attack can never do more than 50 damage. I think mathematically, the most it can do is like 48.
And wouldn't Primal Leap fail?
No,
Or
because
is that not how it's worded?
No, because it's just successfully to deal damage. But I
Oh,
was
and
under
then
the
okay.
assumption Vandalizer, or not Vandalizer, is it Valence? No, yeah, Vandalizer.
Will count as successful damage. Yeah, you're right, but it's not successful damage. It's a successful hit die allows you to leap to the enemy and then deal damage. So you're fine.
I thought it was damage, and I did it anyway, so I failed correctly.
For lack of a better term, you failed
successfully.
correctly. Yes, you failed successfully.
Yes, I don't have auto nimble anymore, so I have to disengage. I don't have a choice.
Will unfortunately trigger Void Feather.
Yes, but that was unavoidable because I think you left a little bit too early. I could have moved before you came here. That is okay. Disengage.
Like the last time you were in here on Ivitan, you were using your kit improperly too.
No.
I remember that.
Well, wait,
and then
what?
he figured out how to use his kit, and all of a sudden he was dealing as much damage as like the Dark Knight and the fucking priest.
Yeah. Yeah, it was because you were telling me when you invoke, your weapon becomes absolute damage. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. And you're like,
This is new information.
excuse me?
Yeah,
almost
you're
like
like, the resistances don't do anything because it's absolute. I'm like,
so it just because it's grudged against him doesn't mean it's not gonna smack you for walking away, huh?
I disengaged.
Okay, then we're good.
Almost like the man sessions once a month because he's been so busy or something.
Gotta reload a kit. I gotta relearn how to play, guys. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best.
That's really. I like the quote on that ability too.
This looks important.
Yeah.
Rip it off.
Don't want immediate.
Isn't that Marvel quote?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like-
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Ant-Man goes into Tony's armor and starts ripping
Yeah.
cords, he's like, "This looks important."
Rip.
And that was when Tony decided, fuck this, I'm going nanobots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you flush the system.
I'm not going to be able. Oh, actually.
That's one
Then-
thing that I love about his character is that like every single time someone fucks him up, he learns and fixes the suit.
The next movie, the suit is different. Yeah, I know.
The suit is different
so
and
well
it's
done.
adjusted for that issue.
Yeah, it's so well done.
Okay, I'm going to consume a potion as a bonus action. So let's chug a white potion. Boop. And then my turn.
Oh, nice.
Can you link focus break?
Celestial Gargoyle attacks Blaze.
Second one. First one was
yep.
force.
And slash. But no stacks of garbage.
You want to heal yourself?
You're gonna have to heal yourself for 50 because I was too fast on the trigger there. Perfect. All right, we're good. All right, so the gargoyle attacks you and ends its turn. This one is still grudged on you, which means it will fly after you.
Oh, welcome back, friend.
And we'll do the same thing. There we go. Once again, no debuffs because passive mitigation.
Lumi will walk out of the range of his Void Feather debuff. And then he'll look at this unidentified Abadon, because I don't think Carnan shared his name, and say, I don't know who you are, and I have very good idea of where you came from. But you
Oh,
will
it's
not.
Pelennor, Kupo.
Thank you, Carnan. But you will not break
That
my...
is my name, Pelennor.
Well, Pelennor.
I was not told my name. But now that I know it, you will come to know it well.
You will not touch a hair on his head.
You will not break my brother's will. He has guarded me for my entire life, and it will not. And your 5 words or whatever it was will not break that conviction. He's not perfect, but he's family, and he is an Oakward. There's a reason we have that name. And
Pelennor will look at you pensively for a moment and just kind of quietly continue watching as the combat continues.
I will hold my action to cast Ezuna on Carnan as soon as he gets petrified. As for my bonus action, I will cast. Oh, that's not a bonus action yet. God damn it. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes. It's too much mana. 5, 15? 15. I'll cast Growth for 15, which is 2 stacks. And consume it on myself. Target. And that should be it.
End of the round triggers. And
Let's burn some shit.
man,
Fortune
it's a hard encounter. You guys are doing well.
About to get harder.
Pelennor will turn slowly towards Blaze and just kind of raise an open palm and just kind of slowly close it into a fist.
Crumble.
As he uses Spiteful Whisper.
Can we find out what that is?
You are afflicted with Armor Break and Magic Armor Break.
That's bad, Kupo.
He'll then end his turn, but before he ends his turn, he'll turn a quiet gaze toward Lumi and tilt his head.
I'm gonna react before this thing can go and blast it.
I think that's the first time I've had to deal with an armor break on my brother.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Someone getting their ass kicked. Someone in the party shit talking the enemy. And the person getting their ass kicked is in the back yelling, "Stop helping me!"
Cool. God damn it.
Stop it! Oh, it's funny.
That being said, you'll be fine, Thunder.
I know. You saw what I linked, right?
Yeah. I also have
nice.
Clearava in the bank just in case.
He can cleanse his own bricks. Perfect.
Celestial Matron will activate.
They
Where's
hit me
my
6 times,
Celestial
right?
Matron? I am going. Celestial Matron. Oh, there she is. Okay. Celestial Matron will activate Matron's Bond. On you, does Carnan intercept it? Yep, his model's touching it. And to Blaze, and I'm pretty sure.
Keras is a big boy though.
No, I'm good.
Oh, that is touchy. I'm gonna say no.
It's close.
I'm gonna say no.
Question.
Yes.
Does the exploding priority change with the tether change? So Lumi's the lowest. It would have exploded immediately on Lumi, but I intercepted with my positioning, which means it flips to me. Does that mean that mine still explodes first, or is it now the one that is targeting Blaze that explodes
It is
first?
yours that explodes first.
Okay.
This is actually really good, Kupo, because that would have been bad.
I have a limit break in the pocket
It was
to
fucking
absorb that tether.
Okay, Kupo.
And that ends the matron's turn. Has anyone accrued any more
I gained 1 stone sickness.
stone sickness?
Give me one.
I can't hear you, Neil. You're like.
Give
what are you
me
saying?
one stone sickness.
Okay.
For once, you're actually in position, brother.
You guys have anything else to roll on? This is a new round, right?
My favorite. I should have grudge on both of them, by the way. Now.
Yeah, you do. I just didn't add it yet.
Okay.
Okay, Kupo. Here's my plan, but you let me know if this makes sense or if this is crazy. Okay?
Okay.
I could take both tethers, Kupo.
How much damage does the tether do?
250, Kupo.
I'll just limit break my tether.
Okay, if that's fine, that's fine.
He's almost dead. Fucking murder the shit out of this thing.
So, well, I could try that, Kupo. So I got 2 options, Kupo. Here's 2 options.
Have
I
you
can
been
either
damaging yourself for Mania, Karna?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
I've done it. I've damaged myself 6 times from Mania.
I have 2
So-
options, Kupo. I can either
You wanna-
unleash
what?
on this thing and hope that it blows up and dies, and then you cleanse me, because I'll be petrified immediately. Or I let the tether, I trigger my petrification, let the tether blow up, you cleanse me, and then I finish it off, Kupo.
Let the tether blow up.
So basically, I guess I'm asking Keras is how close do you think it is to dead, Kupo?
Very
Or
close.
Can I
have a s-
visibly see like how damaged it is?
The
Like,
creature looks the same as when it came out of the cavern.
okay,
I-
right?
I have
Because
a-
Celestials
I-
don't show it.
I have a cell. If you want that. Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna
4
be
of them.
petrified too, Kupo. So
I've got his petrification. Just blow the
Don't you-
damn
don't
thing
you-
up.
You
okay,
get
Kupo.
you get everything though, because your shit cleanses all of his things.
Let me think about this.
As in, I would get rid of mania
That
too.
this is fine. So
Now that
Carnan
reminded
hauls
me of the
back in
meme.
hysterias.
This is fine. Hysteria. You're triggering. You realize you're triggering it.
3 times, yes.
Okay.
The ability will still go off, right? I won't get like interrupted halfway through. It's just that it'll get.
In order to get burned, you must start the ability. And before it resolves, you are burned. So if you fall
I'm-
unconscious, then
I'm concerned more with the petrification. Because I'm gonna get a stack of stone sickness per hit, right?
you will get petrified in the middle of the combo. Yep, because
Can I-
there's
I will?
three separate resolutions, which means that when
Okay.
the first one resolves and you become petrified, then the other 2 cannot resolve.
Can I?
So
Am I able to? As in him mid like action? 'Cause that's what I held my thing for. To let him resolve.
As he's petrified, he gets cleansed. Could he continue his hits from that point forward?
He specifically said it was held for as soon as Carnan's petrified to cleanse him.
Yeah.
Is can Miss hear me? So standby rolls cannot affect the fight directly, and that would fall under affecting the fight directly, I'm afraid. Because Pellinor is in the fight. If he was out of the fight, it would have been different. But yeah, I know it was just tonight. I'm just letting you know. That's all. I'm not like. It's fine to ask these things, guys. If I say that it doesn't work because of X reason, it just means it doesn't work. It doesn't mean that you like made a mistake or anything. Okay. Carnan, still your turn.
We asked the question, which you didn't answer yet, just regarding whether he'd be able to weave it between my strikes to cleanse me of petrification as it petrifies me, or whether I'd lose the second strike.
Weave it between your strikes. If he holds it for that, then yes.
He held it to activate the second I was petrified.
Yeah.
Then yes. Technically, you're just working as a team as long as he holds something with that trigger.
I did.
Then it's fine.
Actually, you're only going to trigger Mania once then, which is nice.
So my critical strike chance against Avian is plus 40%, which gives me a 45% chance to crit, which is 4, 8, 9. So the 12 crits, but the 11 doesn't, I believe.
Yeah, 12 crits. Yep.
You need a 50 to get the 11.
12 is 45, 11 is 50. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
For the 11 hits, this is when I trigger this.
You become petrified. He removes petrify, right?
Yep.
So stone sickness is gone. Petrify is gone. Mania is gone. You, Azunad?
Azuna.
Did you damage yourself for the...
I will damage myself 3 times for the mania.
It would only
because
happen
the
once,
action began.
It's 3
It's a single action.
You're
so
right. One of the actions would trigger it once, but he wouldn't get the other manias because they'd be cleansed at that point.
Yes, Neil's
it
right.
doesn't.
Neil's right.
You only get hit 3 times.
You only get hit. You only get hit one time from each mania, so 3 times.
I would only get hit 3 times anyway because it's a single action.
I'm pretty sure doing your mania this way, you would have got hit.
Depends on the wording. I gotta double check.
The wording for burn-in stuff is you're damaged when you consume an action, a bonus action, or a reaction.
He's right.
So
yeah, it would only be once.
Hysteria is
be
a
once.
simple.
So
a
you're
single
just
action.
getting burned then. You're just getting burned or mania'd.
The only thing that mattered for that was the
petrification
thing. Okay. Now, I melee attacked the Celestial Matron to kill it, which activates Spirit Lance, and I learn an upgrade from it.
Nice.
Okay. Avian. An upgrade, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, that works. It's on the list. Perfect. Jump. Upgrades to level 2.
Oh.
Nice.
Live the Dragoon dream.
It's a nice easy one. I don't have to do anything to it. Okay. Action end my. Did I bonus action this turn? No, I haven't.
Not yet.
Your turn's been taking a while.
Yeah, sorry.
At least the matron's dead.
These enemies don't have that much health. This should not have taken as long as it did.
This is the only person that I can. No, I can't do that. Yeah.
You missed. Oh.
You missed.
You threw it at
Oh, you're right. I missed.
Eleanor?
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll negate
Undo
it.
everything you just did because you just missed. Yep.
Okay.
The only reason you hit last time is because it was a critical success.
You just
Yep.
have to wait for Blaze to break one of these things to hit it.
My tether explodes.
It's
Their
dead.
matron's dead.
Oh, you're right.
Are you
You're
okay,
right. The
Rick?
tethers are gone. I have like 18 things that just activated that I had to like check off on my sheet. Okay.
Okay.
And one of the things that I had constantly in the back of my mind was that I needed to shield myself for the damage coming in. But
Where is Ted?
it's good. It's good. Oh, one other thing I need to do is I need to track hysteria on the materia tracker. I'm getting close to level 2.
You could try Miss Mess if you want. Perception roll would be what it would take in order to sense something like that.
Do I get advantage since it's dark?
Okay, I'll give you advantage.
2d20s.
But yeah.
He doesn't know her perception though.
Oh my god.
Gonna be some initial startup, especially when they're using perception and not their tactics and bestiary like I was expecting them to.
12.
Roll again.
We get to roll our own standby rolls now? That's cool.
Yep.
I was wondering what was
Yep.
going on. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
You still have
Yeah.
the cooldown active?
No, it's not. What do you mean it's locked? You just type it in chat. Oh, it's because she's writing the same message. That's a Twitch thing. I can't do anything about that. She has to like,
She has to wait until that thing is done.
yeah, because she's writing the same message
Right.
twice.
It's the anti-spam thing.
Yeah. There we go.
20.
20?
Mm-hmm.
The same perception as Georgie, I'm afraid. You try to sense the energy emanating, whatever might be protecting this thing, but you sense nothing, almost an absence of energy in its place. Whatever Pelennor is, it's not giving off any type of radiation that you can easily read or decipher. As said, though, Pelennor does not ooze with power. It's not the same as being in the presence of a mythic Eidolon or a primordial Eidolon. Pelennor is more like a void, like a black hole of power. Yeah, it's not this creature is not powerful, is basically what I'm trying to say.
Oops. Didn't put the D in front of
You
it.
can't force a nat 20 day, Paula. That's illegal.
Well, I can roll 18 though with a 19 perception, so that's 37.
Okay, you're doing the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
You're on Trevos?
No, I'm on Benjamin.
Nah, you're on Benjamin. If you were on Trevos, I would lower it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That being said, on Benjamin, again, the absence of magic and radiation, same thing.
Oh, 37. Nothing change.
Wow.
Okay.
Carnan used his
Easter, are
reaction.
you still here?
Yeah.
Oh, you are. You sent me a message.
Carnan used his reaction to cast Seed Cannon.
That's dangerous, Easter. I'm gonna ask if you're sure if you want to do this. That's really dangerous what you're describing.
Wait till they're done.
Yeah, that's very dangerous. Try and think about it for a second, then tell me if you confirm. What I wanted to tell you, Georgie, was Georgie there? Georgie was there, wasn't he? You were in the session, right? A new day on Nova.
Yep.
Blair wasn't, so Blair wouldn't realize, and
Benjamin
wasn't.
was. Benjamin was.
He was not. He was not there for a new Novan day, the story session.
Oh, I was there for the. You're right. I was there for the.
So George is the only one that would realize. Georgie, remember when I said you could ask Torbad?
Mm-hmm.
There's another person that you've seen use runes like that.
Oh, Amon.
And you saw him use it on the cliff line when he destroyed Exdeath's barrier. It was Amon. The fireball that he fired had a rune etched in like a stone that was like the core of whatever fireball he threw out.
Mm-hmm.
It was runes exactly like the runes you're seeing here. Amon might know what they are.
Okay.
So that's a connection I just made because you would know that. So Blaze, it's your turn.
So just resolving what we did while all that was going on.
Yes.
I used bonus action to cast Mistbreak and refresh it on Gargoyle 10. I did a bonus action standard weapon attack against Gargoyle 10 and rolled a 19. So I can cleanse one break of my choice. I choose to cleanse Magic Armor Break.
Done.
And Rick did something, which he can summarize.
I reacted to cast Seed Cannon, which was enhanced by my grip etching from critting on the other thing, and I killed Celestial Gargoyle.
Okay.
I missed Pelennor, obviously, but I did. I hit the other two, and 63 and 67. So.
Got it.
We're all caught up.
I love how you keep firing at Pelennor.
May as well. Find out 20, maybe get another chance.
I don't think the gargoyle should have taken that much. No? Resist still?
No, because he
Nope.
has
Chaos bludgeoning.
It's bludgeoning.
Oh,
so
Seed
it's chaos
Cannon is
damage.
bludgeoning.
It's affected by bludgeoning. By what's his name?
That's
Or
why I'm using it.
Yojimbo's chaos damage.
Yojimbo Chaos is it.
That's why I've been wanting Seed Cannon this whole fucking time.
I see.
So
Okay,
badly.
I didn't
Not only
make
because
that.
it's a cool ability, but it synergizes really well with Yojimbo.
I thought you just liked it because it was cool.
No, it's AoE chaos damage. Like it's blanket chaos damage.
I think Carnan's getting
Firaga from
me.
Keras.
Only level 1 though.
Bonus action. We're gonna throw a fire. I haven't thrown a. I actually have never used this bonus action ever.
You always end up using Scorcher Overheat. Right?
He's like,
almost fucking got a blaze charge, but we've been denied.
I mean, if you had maxed it, you'd have blaze shards all the
I
time.
was gonna say.
Yep. I'm gonna react and hit this thing.
I'm also gonna react.
He actually took points out of it last time by spending fucking ancient coins.
Yes, I did.
What
Negated.
is going on, Thunder?
Diffusion.
Brother, I'm trying to hype you up here. Please stop.
It's just a regular miss.
Why?
I diffused it.
Diffusioned it. We're good. Blue Mage has your back. As soon as you see the big gnarled, insane, gay hand of God just kind of reach towards you, and then Carnan just kind of snaps his fingers. He goes, "No!
Stop doing that, Kupo! Those are for me when I use Seed Cannon."
My hand just kind of recoils.
The gay hand of God.
Oh my god.
I'm for it.
New limit break when?
Gay hand of God. Yikes.
I don't know. I guess I'm just rusty. This is weird for me. I don't usually roll this many nat ones. I'm stressed about the test, man. It's influencing my rolls.
His wrist is all tired, so he can't roll well.
All right, so Gargoyle will slash at you once again.
I should have told you to move. Fuck.
Did I fucking... I hate my life. Did I close it? No, I did not.
The line up. Sorry, brother.
It's fine. You've been distracted.
Ironically, I've been thinking about you so much, I forgot to think about you.
Obviously, they're gonna.
Oh,
Sweet of you.
it's really sad. I'm tapped. I'm out of mana.
All right, Gargoyle's turn ends. Lumi's turn.
Is there a way I can position myself so that I can line you up? I don't think so. Not without spending my verdance. So I think the better thing to do would be to... Actually, let's do this. Verdant... Is this the one? Dash to... Okay. Use Verdant Trail to bring myself...
No one's gonna roll standby on Spiteful Whisper?
Think we all rolled or this round done me?
I will, since mine was a terrible idea.
Heal a target ally for 2d10.
I see.
Doesn't heal me, it heals him. Target Carnan. Heal with Trail.
Would he be somebody I can bestiary research on stuff, or is it tactics?
Idol, right?
I don't know if he has any other
Yeah, I think
types.
he's not here right now.
Oh, that works.
Nice.
Sounds like his typing is Eidolon and Celestial.
I'm here. Sorry.
I was gonna roll on it, Seth. I just was asking if it was something I could roll bestiary research on, or if it's
You can try. It doesn't look like a fiend, though. I'm telling you now. It looks like a humanoid. It looks like an Eidolon, but not a fiend.
okay. In that case, 28 with my tactics roll.
Okay. So far, the only mechanic that the party has seen. Why would I do that? What is wrong with me? I closed my thing again. Okay. So far, the only mechanic that the party has seen is Spiteful Whisper. Sentiently apply 2 sister breaks or 2 sister ailments to target enemy within your line of sight. The spell can cast any known or unknown break or ailment in the campaign except death.
So your charts for that are literally every ailment and break? Oh god.
Yeah, Pelennor has access to every ailment and break in my campaign.
So he does.
So you'll get like
Does he
2 types of
tailor it?
burn. or-
Damn, that would be a
sister
limit
breaks.
break for me.
So it's like
Pelennor
break.
is an attainable Eidolon. So
So I'm guessing like stasis petrify or 2 types of burn or
so stasis, petrify are a break and an ailment. You can't do that. The wording says either 2 breaks or 2
Okay.
ailments. So,
so like
a
blind
good
and
example
silence.
is silence and blind. There you go. Yeah, that's a good example. Or what I did earlier, which is magic armor break and armor break. Those are sister breaks. So he can choose sentiently too. It's not like a triggered thing. He literally looks around. Based on what Lumi said, his philosophy was, all right, let's see if I can break his brother. And then he tried to break his brother. Exactly. So it just depends on how you guys speak to him. Otherwise, he'll just use strategy in order to try and fuck you over the hardest he can. The gargoyle is dead and the party succeeds. Combat ends and Pelennor stares around the arena sadly at his failure before fading into the shadows.
Since this will not be the last time we see him.
Get a best right because of that.
Good job, Lumi. I think we taught him a thing or two about bonds.
What did you roll,
And-
Easter? What was the total?
28.
Sorry, Thunder, I did not mean to interrupt you.
Oh, it's all right. I'm only dying.
To go even further beyond Kupo.
25%.
As the fight ends, the ambient energy of the fiends infuses Carnan
Yeah,
with
here it
even
is.
more speed.
In initiative.
Base movement speed.
Spiteful Whisper does not work against enemies that are affected by celestial inoculation.
Speaking of which, Carnan got 3 of the
that's the wrong
kills in the
one.
fight, both matrons and a gargoyle. I got the last gargoyle.
Oh, that's relevant for dust, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna grant you guys dust right now. Can you tell me the division of creatures? Did you guys hear? Celestial inoculation makes you immune to Spiteful Whisper.
Yes.
Carnan killed both the maidens and a gargoyle.
And I killed 1 gargoyle.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys give yourself 5 health rolls of healing for the short rest.
That's 25% consumed mana, right?
From Iconic Presence.
You get back 50% mana consumed.
50?
50% consumed.
Short
Oh, okay.
short rest are 50. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I thought it was 25.
Deal with that then. That'd be preposterous.
That is 20.
What time is it? Okay. You guys gonna keep going, right?
Yeah.
You guys got a celestial
Okay.
dust, right?
Mhm.
Write
We're
that down,
getting-
Rick.
Mhm.
Just because I got a quintessence dump, unfortunately.
Yep, that's all good.
Does it look like this pouch is lootable now since all these enemies are gone?
We need
my
to find
Treasure
we need to
section.
find you a weapon that lets you keep your quintessence, Matt.
Yeah. Starting at 3 is pretty rough.
That seems like it would be like
What do
the
you think?
Mateus's malice of Gunbreaker.
Or even an armor, to
For
be honest. It might be an armor that holds it.
for
So-
people
Like an
on
ammo pouch kinda
standby,
thing?
that fight was 3 rounds.
As
Thank
the creatures are defeated and Pelennor vanishes, the rune will just kind of crumble up into dust and fade into the wind.
All
Does
right.
There's one of the chests
One more.
unlock from the distance.
1 more. Must say, gargoyles are a pain in the ass.
I think we handled them beautifully.
Each one of these fights unlocks a chest, right, Steph?
Yep. As the gargoyles are defeated, a nearby chest unlocks. I choose from closest to furthest. So, who wants it?
Armor?
I don't remember.
Do you have Carnan?
What is it, Kupo?
I
armor chest.
literally dragged it.
Purple
Oh,
chest.
sorry.
Armor.
Sorry.
Purple.
Armor chest? I'm good, Kupo. I already have a keyed legendary.
Don't
Kupo.
need it either.
I have a shop legendary that I upgraded, so I could try to roll for something better. Unless you needed Blaze.
I think I already have a chest upgraded legendary, and mine's honestly pretty good. So you're the one taking technical attacks, brother. You might as well get anti-technical armor.
Yeah, and tentacle armor. Go for it.
Wait, they have
Wait.
anti-tentacle armor?
Yeah, you didn't know?
Alright,
assuming.
Lumi will touch the chest then.
I have anti-tentacle armor.
Is it
Koopa?
possible to learn this power, Kupo?
Benjamin already knows it. Blue magic.
You guys heard that?
Yes.
Yep.
Purple chest open. I'm gonna import it. You guys decide what you're gonna do next.
There's an awful lot of
Your
weirdos who look at
proficiency is
like,
cloth,
pop.
Lumi.
You guys are cool
Yes.
if I pick this up, right?
The dust bag, Kupo?
Yeah, let me reposition just in case something happens, but then go ahead.
I'm gonna pick up the baggie.
Damn addicts.
You can't
They're
get you
fucking
can't get like
baggies.
advanced armors out of these chests, right? That's only like
You have to,
obsidian and
I think
plus.
you have to have
Advanced
already.
armors is only if you key the chest.
You have to
key it,
key the
okay.
chest, and then it becomes advanced.
Okay. Well, not
And
it
you
doesn't
gotta be level
it doesn't need to
45.
be ascendant to be an advanced armor piece.
No, it doesn't.
Keying a chest does not give you an ascendant armor piece, guys. It gives you an upgraded, like high stat weight one. That's all. Keying a legendary chest does not give you ascendant stuff.
That's the old system.
You get the ascendant armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to defeat Minerva, I believe.
Well, not anymore, really, because the Novan ones are already there. We learned that the last session.
Yeah.
Oh,
Minerva's-
Yeah, but there's
on
guys,
Nova, all the
you've
chests are for
explored. You've explored like a little more than half of Chrysalis. So I mean, it's up
Yeah,
to
no,
you.
I still want to do it. Like, I'm still gonna do it. I'm just saying it's not impossible now. Plus, I mean, even with Nova there, I still I don't want to abandon Chrysalis completely.
Do the stone
So my
sequences
list of
fall
things
off
to do.
since they're like unique breaks to that fight?
Did you say cloth or leather?
Cloth.
Okay, good.
Oh, I forgot. Starting force.
I got a charge from that. Only one charge to Wisp. Only 7 more.
I have 130 movement speed now, Kupal.
Nice.
And I have minus 180 max health, Kupal.
Even better.
Oof.
This mutation is it's wrecking you. Your health
It's
is really
getting
high too.
scary, Kupal.
Like your health is really high. So like, it's crazy.
I need Bonbon's accessory, Kupal. It has 200 max health
that's
on it.
really cool. Okay, let me add that in. Thank you, Steph.
That's good.
Not
Ooh, that
equipping
is
that
really
now, obviously, but 2, 3, twinkling coat.
Plus 10 Muna.
Good. And 2 aura sights.
And
Wow.
2 aura sights. Nice.
Ooh, that's really good.
I'm 100% letting these aura sights after this next fight.
One of I think one of the to me at least, I think one of the most powerful aura sights is plus mana aura sights. Depending on your class, obviously, but I think that's one of the ones that's
Okay.
really good.
The
Thank you,
party
Steph.
is free to move. What are you guys doing?
I think they're looting some stuff in the north.
I'm looting the celestial dust.
Okay. Celestial dust.
Does stone sickness fall off since it was a unique break to the fight? And the void feathers?
Carnan, if you want that aura
Not
sight
a
over
unique
there,
break.
Carnan, if you want that
They're
aura
not?
sight over there, you can go for it because I just looted the dust.
Okay, Kupal.
Stone sickness is not a unique break to that fight. Stone sickness is a general break.
It's compromised. It's not in the list.
Well, it's supposed to be.
I mean, stone sickness and so void feathers undispellable. That immediately falls off.
Yeah. Stone sickness
The
is
rest,
like the counterpart
if it's
to petrification.
dispellable, it stays.
Okay.
Stone sickness isn't non-dispellable though, right? It's only petrify that's dispellable.
No, I amended that. It was a mistake. The
Okay.
gargoyles you guys fought in the sessions before, their stone sickness is dispellable, and it's not different than the matron's stone sickness, which means that I made a mistake about the stone matron's stone sickness not being dispellable. The stone sickness is a break, and petrification is an ailment.
We need to get rid of Mumi's KO.
What would be the
immediately.
classification for it? Incapacitation?
Incapacitation, yeah. Even though it doesn't technically incapacitate you, it's an incapacitation break because it leads to incapacitation. It doesn't do anything until it leads to it.
Which
like a
powder
monkey.
is it then?
I have
Because
a
the incapacitation powders are not the same.
You cannot remove it with a powder. It has to be with magic or with a universal remover.
I would like to cast Clearava to clear my KO.
There you go. Like doing that, for example.
Can you? Because I don't think you can target yourself with Clearava yet.
You might be right.
Link it.
You might be right.
But
from target other ally, so then I'll use it on.
It's level 5. You can target yourself.
Top of Ganoush over here has a level 5. You can hit yourself. Is what it says.
Yeah, I'm not level 5 yet. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you a stirring powder, which gets rid of KO.
And then I'll, in turn, Clearava Keras's stone sickness.
Okay. What are we doing?
And use the clear powder. Clearing off the breaks and then...
Campaign music, you.
Shall we pop the last rune, or should we do something to try to... Is there anything we can do to really...
Carnan's over at the edge here, just kind of like crouched down, eyeing the
of...
aura site, trying to figure out a way that he can like reach out and grab it without falling into the pit.
I still have potions.
Okay, Blaze, as soon as you put a foot on there, you'll like kind of recoil your foot back because you're not stupid, right? You're not gonna want to fall. As soon as you put your foot on that, you'll see the bones will just kind of crumble beneath your foot and just kind of start rolling down into the cavern.
I was just trying. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to stand on the edge.
I know. I'm not telling you you're falling. I'm just kind of letting you like tap your foot and showing you that it's unstable. Is all.
You got it.
Carnan, you, however, are about the weight of a small plush doll. So
Carnan sees like the edge crumble over near Blaze, and he's like, "I'm not gonna chance it." And then he's like looking around, and he's like, "Oh wait, I'm a Moogle Koopo," and then he just like starts flying and grabs it, and then floats back over.
So we should be clear of KO and stun sickness.
All stone sickness and all KO?
Yep.
How? How did you get rid of KO?
I used stirring powder. I had some because of the consumable ailment things pouches that we had. I had a ton of those for breaks. So I
spell all stacks of a single break effect. It might only be one.
Did you remove one?
No, it's all stacks of a single, and any of those consumables.
Any instances, it works the same way as the ailments. You can change the wording if you want.
Yeah, I can see it. I have no more now.
Fuck, they distracted me. Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Novan aura site.
Cool, Koopo.
My God.
Mythic too. Holy.
Get your ascension, boys.
Ascension plus 100.
Yeah. If you equip that right now, that's plus 100 ascension every session.
I can't equip it right now, Koopo.
Beginning or end of a session or a leveling session.
I also don't have a slot, Koopo.
Oh my God, I'll take that.
Don't worry, Koopo. I'll have a slot in no time.
All right. Am I triggering the next one? Just someone else on this. Just pop a little fire into it.
Blaze hasn't really done anything, so I'll give him a chance to figure out if he wants to do something and then pop it, yeah.
I'm just waiting for the last rune, to be honest. I don't think there's much I can do right now.
Can I grab the aura site for Blaze, Koopo?
You can grab that one. You can just
this
grab
one
it.
Here?
You don't have to grab it for me specifically.
I'll grab it for Blaze since he was eyeing it.
I was honestly just staring out at the rune. But yeah, that's fine.
You were staring at it. We all saw it.
We did all see.
I saw it.
I will say,
I
I
saw
don't.
it.
I will say, I don't really know where to stand. These flying creatures tend to swarm all over the place.
I think we'll
Don't
just have
spread
to
out
adapt,
too much,
brother.
Kupo, but a little bit of spread out's good.
Capricorn.
Scored at
Eh?
Capricorn.
Initiative?
Yes. Ooh.
1000.
Kiri could use that actually if you don't need it.
Once we clear out the rest of the runes, we'll look to getting the last 2.
I know.
Just so we don't get ambushed by anything on the way.
Control F,
To be honest,
I'm
if it's
banning
1,000,
those-
are you giving that to me, Rick?
Yep.
it's a level
Then
6.
I think I know a certain invoker who could benefit from that.
I'm
And
gonna
if you
spend one.
control F, it does
I'm gonna shoot a fire
Control F
at that rune over there.
and make sure it's highlighted.
Okay, let's do it. Fire.
Oh my god.
dear
Ooh, get destroyed. I consume all the power.
Off of a
Alright,
fucking
you have 2
basic
choices, Keras.
Yep.
All right, you have. Okay, fine. You want to say consume all the power? You have 3 choices. You can funnel all of your power into the rune and try to shatter it outright without it being able to pulse and call for defense.
Yep.
You can utilize this surge of fire energy and funnel it into the ground beneath you. It will not destroy the rune. It will trigger the rune normally, but you will spread your pyromancy throughout this entire cavern and purge it of Zodiark's ink.
Nice.
Or 3, you destroy the rune. It calls enemies, but the remainder of the energy you absorb into yourself. And that is corruption free.
I'm going
It's
to
just void energy, not necessarily the black ink that's been injected into people and / entities.
I'm going to flush all the energy. I'm going to flush all of his energy out of this place. Just completely
Right.
cleanse it.
So you fire it at the rune, and then you take both of your hands, clap them together, and slam them both onto the ground. As you do so, you'll just funnel fire-aligned radiation into the cave. And as you do so, your eyes will roll back into your skull for a moment. And you will hear a voice in your mind. Give me one moment.
The smell of insolence. Hello, warrior of light.
So,
you have reclaimed what is mine. It is all mine. The air you breathe, the magic you wield, the ground that you walk upon. It belongs to the void.
the void is nothing. Thus you deserve nothing.
The void consumes all.
But it doesn't make shit. So it doesn't belong to you now, does it?
You reek of her. You of my brothers, only to condemn our sister. I wonder how brightly the sun's light will shine when I consume it from the heavens.
I will consume you one day, burn you out of existence, send you back to the nothingness you belong to. I hope you get ready for it.
You can have your cavern, warrior of light. I will own Abadon soon. But since you have taken this cavern from me, I will content myself with feasting on your goddess.
And as you hear that and fire the final pulse of radiation into the cavern, Zodiark's consciousness will fade from this place.
Are you alright, Keras? There's no tentacles coming for you now, is there?
No, but that motherfucker is gonna torment Amaterasu, the consumer. We don't know which time.
Hmm. She's with X-Death, no?
Now she's inside of Bahamut.
Oh. Seems there's much I'm missing upon.
Tsukiyomi's still with X-Death, but she's inside of Bahamut. And Zodiark is trying to take control of Bahamut and have full dominion over him. It's like some kind of fucked up champion or something.
The last
So-
we saw Kupo, Aman was fighting against this corrupted Bahamut. But at the time, it seemed like Bahamut was both influenced by Zodiark Kupo, but also sort of just in a rage that
I think he's
Zodiark
just-
was having a hard time controlling him.
Yeah, he doesn't
Kupo?
have full dominion, clearly. It's just
Exactly.
He's
Yep.
full, he's just
But-
everything is an enemy right now, I think.
He's in a dragon rage, Kupo, if you will.
And
But
he's being fueled by two fucking
Yeah.
primordials. So
Hmm.
I trust in our
Amaterasu wouldn't have as
comrades.
much. My choices are no another.
We will rescue her, Keras. Is not to worry.
It's been
Her
so
and her
long.
sister.
Yes.
all right, Kupo, let's fight these guys.
I think Keras is just visibly worried, like just like pensively. If he could bite nails, he would be biting his nails.
If he could. Okay.
And like you could just see like his fists are clenching up and down, like
He would
Tear out
also
your fur,
know
Kupo.
that the creature known as Zodiark, it likes to manipulate. So
I think it's gonna. It wants me to be on edge and to be scared, but it
yes.
also it will torture her, guaranteed.
Oh, it has. It has.
So
What
I'm
I'm
just-
what
I
I'm
put her-
trying
I
to
put her-
tell you is that if Amaterasu is inside another entity, then Zodiark, and the entity is on these planets, then Zodiark does not have access to her.
Yeah. So technically, Zodiark can't do anything to her right now.
He just senses your connection. He's like taunting you because of it.
Yeah.
All right, roll initiative.
Keras, his minion, intended to break my brother's will. Don't let him break yours.
Keras will ignite flames upon his back. Winged flames will erupt on his back, and hordes of flame will spread from his forehead as he
Oh,
just
shit.
focuses on what comes next.
Hey,
my God.
That's
Hell
what-
yeah.
that's
Fucking
what we get
roleplay
for-
20,
for
boy.
for some nasty roleplay.
I'm gonna hijack this one.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
hearing the promise that Zodiark made regarding Amaterasu, enemies will surround the party. To make sure that's the right kit that loads. It should be made black inside.
Ooh. Oh Jesus.
Mm.
The party is surrounded by fiends as Pelennor raises its hands in the air and infuses them and summons some of the most powerful fiends that have been converted within the cavern.
This place has been forsaken. And so we have nothing left to lose. You will face the combined might of the remaining fiends. But rest assured, the other two caverns will be more than enough to take the entity known as Abadon.
And we will expunge them just as we expunged this one.
Keras, as the fight commences, once again you'll feel an intense longing, a burning desire to seek out and find Amaterasu. And from within your arm, your materia glows and blazes with the light of the sun with that same resolve.
Oh. Ooh.
As soon as you as your arm blazes, you'll shove your hand once again, your materia hand, onto the ground, and energy will pulse into the earth, and the cavern will begin to rumble. And as the cavern rumbles, Pelennor will very visibly look around in a panic.
The warriors have given me what is mine.
Oh my fucking
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Fluttering
go,
looking
Kupal!
wings emerge as this thing just kind of leaps out of the cavern's main tunnel and stares down the fiends in the arena. Every single fiend stares up in pure abject horror, as if they are meeting eyes with their maker after a very long time.
Insane. Insane.
Be gone, minions.
Abadon will flutter his wings, and all of the fiends in this area will become fireflies.
Oh my god. He just eats them.
Mommy.
Mommy.
As they become fireflies, the fireflies will make their way to Abadon's two back wings. As the fireflies make their way to his back wings and they touch his back wings, they will turn into some sort of amber sap. The sap will cover his wings and then spread throughout his entire body and solidify. And you'll see his exoskeleton slowly just kind of start to harden and sharpen as it gains properties to resist celestial beings.
Fuck yes.
Oh
Yes.
shit.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
With this part,
Servant of Zodiark, be gone from this place. But make haste. You are hunted.
Pelennor will stare left and right in a terrified state for a moment. As a as he magic envelops him and he dashes out of the cavern as fast as he can, his magic cloaking him and attempting to hide him. An entity will leap out of the cavern behind Abadon, and Abadon will nod to it as it draws blades and just kind of flies after the one known as Pelennor.
Ravana.
Fucking
Fuck
Ravana!
was that? Oh my god.
You've seen him before, Neil.
I have?
He's in 14.
Okay.
As soon as all of that is done with, the entity known as Abadon will stare, just kind of slowly turning, chittering, skittering its head across the Warriors of Light, looking at you with what's the word I'm looking for? With sightless vision. Instead, his antennas will just kind of vibrate in the air as he just kind of looks between the four of you.
Like blind sight, basically.
Carnan's like jittering with energy and like his spear like tapping on the ground, and he's like, Abadon Kupo, I've been wanting to meet you, Kupo. And Carnan will kind of like draw on his blue magic power to kind of like show that he has just because he's like excited and he's like pumped, and he'll be like, let me help you, Kupo. Show me where the other caves are and I'll fight them all, Kupo.
What magic did I do?
Little predator. Are you strong enough to hunt this prey?
I won't get any stronger by sitting here, Kupo. Gotta face it. I'll never know until I'm in the moment, Kupo. But I will overcome.
Then go with Abadon's blessing.
Abadon will extend one of his mantis-like blades, and on the very tip of it, a glowing orb will appear and will float to Carnan and just kind of infuse into his Firefly makeup. It'll grant you the passive Evolution Network.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Allowing you to draw upon the power of the Evolution Caverns and use their network of caves to go to different worlds.
Insane.
Nice.
The massive Primordial will tilt its head for a moment.
You are bonded to one, or I would offer my strength. But symbiosis is essential to survive. I will respect your bond, little predator.
Thank you,
And
Kupo.
Abadon will bow its head respectfully.
At this point, Kupo, the bonding of our souls is strong, Kupo. We fight as one.
The creature will nod and then will look across the other Warriors of Light.
This creature is in your debt. There are 2 caverns remaining. I will go to them, and I will resist.
Meet you there.
Good.
We will help you, just like as we promised before. Is there any chance this will help you in your aid against Zodiark, and Blaze will hold out an evolution scale he has in his inventory.
The creature's antenna will twitch for a moment as it reaches down and takes the evolution scale. As it does, it'll just kind of fade into that amber viscous liquid you've seen and rejoin with Abadon's body.
This creature does not know what twist of fate brought you to its home. But it is grateful nonetheless. We will meet again soon. Thank you for your aid, Farseer.
Blaze will nod. We'll meet you at the next cavern.
The creature's wings will flutter, and before you know it, he'll turn and disappear back into the caverns below. You guys have successfully cleared one of the evolution caverns.
Hey, nice.
As a reward, especially for that nat 20 and that free fight, I'll give you the next chest that was on the list.
Ooh.
That didn't count as an encounter, did it?
Yes, it did. I'm giving you full experience.
Do I get primordial synchronization for that?
Yep.
Oh my god, that's 3 charges.
You got 3. Nice.
You guys get
Nice.
everything you would get for having killed the enemies yourself. Because you had rolled initiative, you had engaged the enemies. Abadon just showed up and finished the fight for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what were the unicorn-looking things? Beast.
Beasts, yeah.
Beastie Boys.
They were apex fiends.
I could definitely use this. Do you guys want to roll on this or anything? What do you want to do?
I think everybody can benefit
Thunder.
from materials. So let's just all
For
roll.
giving an evolution scale to Abadon, Thunder, you've done something pretty cool in the Colosseum.
Ooh.
I'm going
unlock
to
something?
underneath the first Fiends of Evolution at the very end, I'm going to unlock the Abadon fight, just like I unlocked the Hades fight.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Or not the Hades fight, the
Spiritus
Spiritus
fight.
The Spiritus fight. It's unlocked. Feel free to try it. It just basically gives you a shortcut to attempting Abadon.
That's so
and
cool.
without the risk of dying.
You're welcome, Rick.
BRB adding Abadon's thing to the import tracker.
You had the chance to get Abadon, but I didn't even ask because I figured you would say no. So
Makes sense.
which is fine. Absolutely fine. Primordials are powerful, but they are unique. It's not like a straight up upgrade to Mythic Eidolons, which is what Yojimbo becomes when he upgrades.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, as he was leaving, I actually wanted to ask him. Koreans have a unique gift in many cases where they can evolve and grow stronger.
Yes.
Does he know of a place where a pyromancer Grian might accomplish that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I ask him for that location?
Of course.
Then it will be my boon that I request of him.
Solheim.
Oh, of course.
Oh, of
Of course.
There you go. Yeah.
In the highest tower in Solheim, there was a place that only the Elder Council could go. It was called the Solar Chamber.
Wow.
Only those devoted, utterly to Amaterasu could walk within the chamber during the day, and be because the chamber was designed to amplify the light and the heat of the sun into the room.
Also, is it just like a bunch of mirrors that focus it on like a pedestal or something in the center?
A pedestal and a bunch of shimmering walls that reflect heat and absorb and keep the heat. Yes, it's all very it's very magically infused, and only, like I said, the High Council, including the High Priestess of Solheim, who was slaughtered when the Emperor invaded. She was the only one that could. Her and her 2 council members are the only 3 that could enter that room and survive during the day. So, I called her the High Priestess of the Sun.
Even more reason to go to Solheim.
Wow.
Super curious to figure out one day what was the reason for Soldad's like
I think
attack on Solheim.
that's definitely ultimately Keras's arc is like figure out what the fuck
Yeah.
happened in Solheim.
Send me your votes for MVP. You guys did great. Your turns took a little long, but like the fight was done very well, and the role playing was insanely cool too. So you guys did really well. I'm gonna reward Ancient Coins as Dungeon Master's choice. So,
Bro.
just because the role playing was so on point. So good job.
Zodiark fucked with my head, man. He got me. Like,
yeah,
Okay.
Zodiark is difficult to speak to. It's
I need bomb. I need. Hell's getting low.
Health's getting real low, bud.
hell's getting real low, but
You guys freed Abadon, though. At least a third of his network is freed. So now you need to find the other two networks that are being consumed. And you can do that with Carnan, who now will have the passive that allows him to traverse the network without dying.
Oh, please tell me there's a network near fucking Solheim. Because I need a way to get there.
I'm gonna actually reveal all the networks everywhere. There's also networks.
We know there's.
Rick, you have to be careful. There are networks that lead to a Curia, too.
Wow. Okay.
So
That makes sense.
just don't go there. Don't go there lightly. Try and do research first.
Mm.
Don't go to the one that's in the Crystal Mountains.
Is there
the Crystal Curtain? Yeah, that's
Curtain.
He's right about that too. Don't go to there's one in the Crystal Curtain. Again, that's not a place you want to be right now. Anyway. You guys need the passive Warrior of Light between 40 and 50?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys need the passive between 50 and 60 to even like survive against fiends in that area. So
Jesus.
Can I retcon one thing as well to ask of Abadon?
To be sired?
No. I just want a way to like be able to contact him.
To contact Abadon?
Yeah, like would I be able to use my passive to be able to like speak to him? Like do I have like a connection or no?
You can traverse the tunnels and the networks, yes. Speaking to him, however, would require something else, actually.
Like I obviously can't
channel evolution.
Like just like
yes, channel evolution.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just
you can acquire things like that without being sired, but it's very rare. Steve got lucky at one point. He rolled a nat 20 on Spiritus or Wisp, and I let him pick one, and I think he chose Death. So Steve can channel Death. Miss Mess and Savande can channel Life and Death because they are sired. Is there anyone else? I don't think there's anyone else yet.
No.
So
nope.
Okay, that's fine. I just was wondering if I'd like have a way to
bring it
talk
up
to
in
him
the next
so
cavern
that I could. Yeah.
You know
well,
where
I
he's
was
gonna
just
be, so.
wanting to like be able to ask him where the fuck to go. Like I'm basically Carnan's basically planning to just dive right into this thing.
Yeah,
being able to sense the networks, you'll be able to sense which ones are blackened by Zodiark's like ink. Zodiark's corruption.
Or I'd probably be able to sense where like the assault or the like the focus of the blue magic is too, right? Too?
No, it's not the same radiation. You're
it's not the same. Okay.
No. That's where your power stems from, essentially. But you learned the power on Chrysalis. Your power is more connected to Wisps than it is to Abadon's. Abadon's is where the is the progenitor, where your power originated from. But you are very far descendant.
I'm using Wisp's power to mimic.
To mimic Abadon's power, exactly.
Yeah.
So, no, you can't sense them, but you can sense within the network. All you'd have to do is place your hand on the inside the cavern or on the cavern of one of the networks, and you'd be able to sense the entire thing, almost like echolocation. You'd be able to see where the like tunnels reverberate through, and because of that, you'd be able to sense where there are blockages, where the tunnel ends in darkness instead of light.
Okay.
That kind of thing. So you will, as soon as you tell me you want to do the session, I'll give you the 2 locations. You pick one of the 2 locations, and you just go to the cavern. And the only problem is if you traverse the network, you're gonna come out the back end of the cavern.
Oh yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
So just bring a strong party is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean,
but-
if I know that I might know, like, maybe one of them, I figure it as in Mariko or something, we can approach it from the other side, but probably not. I know
Probably, there's
Tomra's
definitely
one
Tomra.
that I'm assuming is probably one of the ones that would be attacked. And then I assume that there is also one, considering the potency of the fiends that are there, I'm assuming there's one in Avalon with the dragons.
We're all moving up here, so I'm gonna stop listening.
I mean, if you don't want us here, it's fine. We can.
No. I was still in his thing, in his stream.
So you heard a bunch of blings and knew what was
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, I don't have to listen to this anymore.
So I heard you mention Avalon, Rick. You're right. Avalon is one of them.
Of course, he'd want to test his shit against dragons.
It's very astute. What was the other one?
Tomra.
No,
like we already
that's
know
not
for sure
Tomra.
that there's one
So
in
the
Tomra.
reason it's not Tomra is because the dwarves are allies of Abadon, and Zodiark would not attempt to corrupt Abadon in a place where allies could easily come to his aid.
That makes sense.
So the dwarves would drop everything and just swarm the tunnels.
Defense.
They would swarm the tunnels to help him. So because Abadon has done nothing but help them for generations.
And
So-
from what you described too of like their relationship, the dwarves rely on that symbiotic relationship for their society.
Yes, well, they rely on it because of Luxarian. Luxarian is extremely aggressive and keeps trying to invade Tomra. And yes, they can defend in like the passes of the mountains, but having a giant fuck off insect that can literally just decimate armies is, always a good thing. So, I'd say, Avalon's a good. I'll reveal it to you right away. So Avalon is definitely one of them for sure. If you go to Avalon, though, you have to be careful because I'm telling you, you're gonna fight corrupted Zodiark dragons. So
yeah.
Okay, just keep that in mind.
The other.
Yep, the other place. Go ahead if you think you can guess.
Luxarian?
I don't know if there'd be one in Luxarian. There might.
So Zodiark and Luxarian would be seen as a demon.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So
He's
even
probably...
and also an evolution cavern wouldn't survive in Luxarian because that would be demonic as well. The Luxarian priests and their crusaders would have instantly just kind of invaded and fought it back. And Abadon is powerful, but is also a primordial, which means that primarily he does not try to interfere in the affairs of mortals.
Is there one on the scary volcanic island with the sleeping primordial on it?
Close. That's close, Easter.
Close.
No, there isn't. But it's a good place. It's definitely a good one.
Does
no.
Zuldad protect one?
Nope. Zuldad Spiritus, he respects Abadon. He does not interfere with Abadon's evolution caverns.
Like I thought
ever.
maybe there will be in like Farseer Plains.
Yeah, that would make sense, but no, there is not. The closest one actually to Zuldad would be the one in Northern Solheim.
Mm-hmm.
So
one in Northern Solheim. There you go, Neil.
Yep.
Yeah, the Moonflow also has one, but that's far south.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if there was an aquatic one.
There is an aquatic one, submerged in water.
Moonflow.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Moonflow.
That's the other one that I was thinking. I was thinking, it makes sense if there'd be an aquatic one, but then I was like, where is there that's like an actual area that's not just ocean that's aquatic?
Don't tunnel on Nova. is all I say. Yeah, it's the new map. Yes, a big part of the story is going to take place there, but there will be callbacks to Chrysalis, and you guys can still explore Chrysalis. There's still maps on Chrysalis, so keep that in mind that you can do that. Right? It's not just all about Nova from now on,
how about
unless of course
Grand Hall?
Chrysalis gets destroyed by Zodiark. In which case, yeah, then it'll be about Nova.
You imagine? Yay, we revived Nova! And then all of a sudden Chrysalis explodes. Oh no!
We'd be like,
Here we go again, Kupo.
Spent 4 years to get Chrysalis back.
You know, it would seem repetitive, but it would be on par with a lot of campaigns I've heard about where shit like that happens all the time. No,
Rick,
I'm not saying it'll happen though. I try to avoid that kind of repetition, so hopefully it doesn't happen, but
Rick, the perfect meme. It explodes. Just shit. Here we go again.
yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
Yeah, so I asked in the middle of it. I didn't want to interrupt it, but you guys like those like quick events?
Oh hell yeah!
I don't have a name for them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
They're-
that was
They're fun.
fucking awesome.
Any hesitation, I feel like, is just because it's like you're going so snap from like combat to roleplay mode, and you're like, "Fuck, what do I do? What can I? I need to come up with an idea." You know?
Yeah, for sure.
That's
it's
what I was thinking.
also as players, you guys aren't used to me doing that, right? So it's like it's like a little bit of a period where you're like, okay, I need to get used to it, and it's a good thing. I'm not by any means rushing you when that happens, so you can take your time.
No, for sure. But
it definitely
I
put me into
also-
RP mode. Like I just
Yeah.
activated full fucking draconic bloodline.
And the
level.
dice gods rewarded you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you were lucky as fuck tonight. You
I
you
know.
got.
Yep.
We needed
So
him to
that
counterbalance Thunder.
Yeah.
When he got his third, when he got his third 20, I was like, so that's where my luck's fucking going.
Oh
I am the antithesis of Thunder Turtles, the sneaky snake.
When you threw me into it with the nat 20 on the other guy, my first thought was like, oh fuck, roleplay, what would I do? And I was like, you know what? Let's not jump down the rabbit hole like we did last time of like trying to 5-head something. I'm just gonna do the first thing that makes sense with Carnan, you know, that like split second kind of reaction of, well, blue magic siphons, that's what it does. Let's try that. And yeah, it was much more like fluid than what I tried to do the other day with like the geomancer and popping out, and because we got a little too technical.
Yeah,
So.
I really like it because whenever we take, half an hour to make a decision on anything, I feel like as the DM, you're kind of forced to judge the decision as if we, deliberated forever to make it. But if
it's true, and if you stay in character, it's definitely more. I'm not trying to punish anyone, right? I'm trying to make things fun. So if you deliberate for half an hour on something, right, and then I hear you guys for the third time go, what does everybody think of this? And I'm just sitting here going, time's frozen right now. You guys are fighting. You guys are sitting down. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are not fighting. If you guys make a snap judgment decision and something bad happens, I'm way more likely to like interfere in a positive manner. Not like kind of ruining your win, but more like
mitigate the loss.
Not mitigating. No, I don't like that word, but more like get into it. You know what I mean? Like jump into it with you guys because you're in character, because you're drawing swords, because you're talking with the bad guy. You're saying you will not win, and then I can jump in and just kind of go like, yeah. And I'm the bad guy over here. You're telling me I won't win, and I'm with you going, fuck yeah, you tell me. and that is important, is when you guys stay in character, when you guys when you guys actually make the decisions and do the actions, and you've all done it. So it's not a question of someone's better than someone else. It's more of you, or sometimes you guys get caught in a loop, right? Of a strategy loop. And I'm just sitting here going, I wish they would snap out of it. And there are some of you that are less likely to fall into it than others. But for the most part, you've all been on the end where you guys did something fucking heroic and fucking cool. And it was like a last-ditch effort. And you got it. And everyone cheered. Just like tonight. Tonight was one of those nights. And Neil did a great job. But he also sat on his ass and strategized for like 2 hours. You know what I mean? But at the very end, snapped out of it, and then had this huge, cool, heroic moment, which I liked. So,
Oh yeah.
End of the day,
um,
it is D&D too. You can strategize for 10 minutes and roll a 1. So
yeah,
sometimes it's
like I
better to
said,
just stay in and let the dice do their thing.
a good
stay in
thing.
character and
A thing I want to point out is the session where I just kind of jumped you guys with the end of act. That I want to point out positively. Miss Mess and Rick in that session were very immersed in the role play. The fights were secondary to them. It was very role play centric for Miss Mess and Rick in that session. And it was very well done. Neil did a good job too, and so did Savande. But it's because most of the conversation took place with X-Death took place with a brand new character, Barrelin, and of course Star, who is sassy and snappy and always just kind of in people's faces going no. So I really enjoyed that session because it was one of the good ones, and there have been others. I'm just pointing out to people. Steve has a natural talent for saying "fuck it," whatever happens, and not in a way that fucks anyone else over. That's the best part. My problem I had with Shark is he had the same fuck it attitude as Steve. The only problem is that Shark was selfish. So he didn't give a fuck if one of you, two of you, three of you died. Exactly. And that's a little less, cool. But like being in a situation like Steve has been and just going, fuck it, this is what I would do. Hey, douchebag! You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that is D&D, and that's really fun. And obviously if he gets fucked up because of it, yeah, Bergen, that's exactly what I was referencing, was Bergen when he was a brand new character. And then I literally, now the fight was designed to be much more upscaled, but I don't want to be, but I want this to be fun. I want you guys to have fun. I want this to feel heroic. So what do you think I did to Bergen? I scaled him down when you guys fought him, and not to the point where he was a pushover, to the point where you guys almost got fucked. But because Steve just kind of went, hey, douchebag, I was like, oh, this is badass for sure. This is really fun. And I just kind of went into it. And when you guys do things like that, I want to encourage you because it makes the story juicy. And that's when I'll be more like, if you guys are just, so in my head, right, if you're sitting down strategizing and planning every little fucking thing in the mechanic, and I don't blame you for some mechanics because some of them are complex, like the ones I deleted not long ago, the plasmoids and shit, zapdoids, those things were complex.
Those were fucking...
I am realistic. I know I make mistakes and I get rid of them, and then I go, okay, I need to not, like, complexity is okay to an extent, you know what I mean? Less is more.
Pretty sure I saw one of those plasmoids pop up on my exam, and I was like,
if plasmoids goes to zapdoids, oh god!
Every time
what is the ambient voltage of this? Whose turn is it, anyways?
I think I'm more likely to jump in with you, and it's not a threat, and it's not me trying to screw you guys over. If you guys approach something, I play off of you. If you approach something in a calculating manner, then I'll do it. I'll approach it in a calculating manner, and I'll just use the mechanics of my fight, and I'll say, no, Rick, you're supposed to be burned over here. Neil, you're supposed to have an extra ailment. But if you guys just kind of, get into the role play, do the mechanics, yes, but also like just kind of let yourselves be in character. I think that's when I'm more likely to jump in and be like, fuck yeah, cut the damn thing's head off. I don't care if it has 500 health. That's fine. I don't mind that. It just makes things fun. Like tonight, for example, that was a whole
insta-kill the fight.
You guys don't even know how dangerous those fucking, what are they called? Something with a V.
V's things.
I saw them. I was like,
I have no idea how dangerous those things are.
It was like,
we're fucked.
It's like, man, only Rick is higher than the fucking angels, and like the rest of us, these things are gonna get double turns on us. Like
they're final bosses. They're not Apex Fiends. They're final bosses. The point is, they're very, very dangerous because they're the first enemy I've designed that you guys have encountered that stacks anguish on the party. AoE anguish. Anguish is the thing that increases internal damage by X amount the more you get of it.
Internal damage.
Yikes! And that would combo very well with the malice.
That would combo with
and
the
they apply up to 5, 3, or 1 instances of mania based on how many celestial resistances you have, and you guys have none, which means it's 5 stacks every time they use that mechanic.
We're dead.
God,
it's very dangerous. And you guys were in the middle of role playing. You guys were such badasses, and I thought maybe I'd get a feel good moment when fucking Abadon shows up and is like, "That's it, I'm done."
What did I do? Did I like Did I flood Abadon's cave with fire energy and it just evolved him to fire? Or something?
Radiation, just power. And the thing
Yeah.
with Abadon is that it doesn't matter that it doesn't align with his radiation, because Abadon, his unique power, I think I hinted at it with his wings.
Yeah, he evolves.
Abadon's wings absorb a latent radiation within the air, no matter which primordial it's from.
Yeah.
So he absorbs it and then he converts it into his power. Which is the only primordial who can do that, by the way. Actually, that's not true. Spiritus can do the same thing when he absorbs pyre souls. He converts them to his power.
Cool.
But anyway, so you guys are it was really fun. That was an awesome session. So congrats. And I'm gonna hand out the ancient coins. But I'm glad you guys like the quick events. I know Miss Mess must have been listening intently when Tsukiyomi was like hinted at being involved.
I knew
just
as soon as you
because
said like the 2 dots in the distance, I was like, oh, it's gotta be Tsukiyomi, Amaterasu. And then you
I'm
said
like
one's like the
Amaterasu.
pale
It's-
color,
it's-
and then one's this color of Nova. I was like,
it's not Amaterasu, the second one.
No.
It was Serpentarius.
Yeah.
Ophiuchus. It was Ophiuchus. Because Amaterasu is no longer in that place.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
in
yeah,
Bahamut.
she's in Bahamut.
You can't talk to her from there.
No, you can't talk to her from there. Which
I
is
also
why when
made
he
that
threatened to consume your goddess or to drink upon her, it was a lie.
bluff.
It was a bluff,
Yeah.
and you know that, which is why I don't mind like confirming it for you in real, like in canon, because it is a bluff, because you are aware that Amaterasu is not in his reach at the moment.
My thinking was like, so like I thought like maybe there's still some connection because he's trying to take over Bahamut, that he could still affect her in some way. But it's good to know that he can't play with her at the moment.
That's the exact reason
Play
that
with
I
her. He's
Like-
not. It's not that kind of thing, Neil. He tortures them to keep them muted, not as some sort of like not as some sort of weird masochistic thing, or sadistic. Sadistic. Thank you.
That's the
Jeez. It's not sadism. It's more just. This is the
draining
way
their
to
power.
keep. This is the way to keep them down.
Yeah.
Well, it's to keep them in line, right?
Yes,
Like-
exactly. He doesn't derive pleasure. Zodiark doesn't derive pleasure from anything. Zodiark has one very singular goal, which is to remove pleasure, remove pain, remove everything. So it's very singular. But yeah, the Vin you will encounter them again. But the Vin are very dangerous, so keep that in mind, that you should be careful when you come across them. They're like celestial unicorns, like Zodiark unicorns.
Since they're final bosses, does that mean like they have an actual juicy health pool and like it would be?
Yeah, they're tough to kill. Yeah,
it would take a while.
They're tough to kill. It's not going to take a while. It's not going to take a while. There is still 2 of them, and I do scale based on
for sure. I figure
the numbers.
it's probably like 1,000 each, maybe, because you'd split their health in half almost.
You require high damage, because if you don't have high damage, it's gonna suck. It's gonna be hard for the.
One of them has to die fast, and like that's hard too, because like those. I mean, those fucking
it's a little
angels
late,
didn't have much.
Is it? Sorry, I didn't even hear you call for it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. Never mind. I'm not upset about it.
I didn't even hear you call for it.
No,
it's okay.
it's wrong, Rick, and you should feel bad.
Okay, I'm gonna give Ascension rating. If you guys like those quick time events, I'll keep doing them. If people find them tedious, then I'll stop. I don't know. I'm just I'm trying to like diversify, like I usually do. So. And I was inspired by Vox Machina, the new season of Vox Machina. Every time I watch that shit, I get inspired, and it makes me want to try new things. So
hell yeah,
it's good.
So yeah, it's it remind like I'm taking straight out of Mercer's book to do those little like quick time like RP events, and I think they're fun.
Mm-hmm. I call them cutscenes.
Could we
cutscenes? Awesome, they are kind of cutscenes, yeah, because but they're like make your choice cutscenes. You know what I mean? Like choose your path, I should say.
I
a
need
little
to get
less jigsaw-ish.
So, question. When I'm on standby, right? We got 3 hours from the first fight, and there's a second fight. They get full experience. I get 10%. I get XP from this?
Yes, you get 10% of the XP that I grant them is given to you.
Do we just get 3 hours of the standby, or is there more?
You can give yourself an additional hour for like a bunch of stuff that happened in between. So let's say 4 hours of standby for that session total.
Saving the woodland creatures.
Bro, go to school. We're 2 hours away.
None of
2 hours
those.
away to unlock it.
None
you
of
guys are
those.
almost done the first semester.
Yeah.
So I will tell you guys what
Right now,
will be
Easter,
doing with
you don't
his
have enough
hours.
hours. You don't have enough
Um,
hours to get actual rewards.
I need to open a new one just for Travas. Community service in Zuldad. That will be what Travas will be doing.
Community service. It's all. Wait, someone wanted me to open another one. It was Easter. Was it Easter or Neil?
Wasn't it a
Which
Tomra
one?
thing? It was Tomra. Moria.
No, it was to get the dust.
Oh, that's
Oh,
it.
yes,
Yeah, that's
celestial
what it was.
dust.
It was to farm dust using an event, and I said yes. In an area where Zodiark's radiation is heavy, you can do that. I'll let you do that. So I'll make an event for dust. For sure. Yeah, that's a good one for sure. I will do that if you guys keep remind me. Or
I
actually
feel like
put it
there
in the
could be
import tracker.
a.
Put it in the import tracker, and I'll create a small event for dust with like standby hours you can funnel into it.
I feel like there could be like a cleaning up the shoreline or something, because there's got to be like a shitload of leftover celestial dust all over the fucking place
Yeah.
around here, and then the cave.
For
and
sure.
I'm gonna ask this nicely to everyone. Please don't hog those hours. Let's all get a chance to do it.
Blaze,
The
your
thi-
role
the
playing was awesome, Thunder.
The thing is, as long as
Thanks.
you contribute to it, you definitely obviously get more if you do more. But
Well, that's what
you
he's
all
saying.
To be
He's
honest, I'm just
saying-
giving you the max amount of ascension for Chrysalis. Sadly, Nova it's 300. Chrysalis is 100. I don't know if you guys have noticed.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I did
So-
see
Yeah,
that.
what
I
I
was like, what the fuck?
What I was saying
I'm
was,
gonna give you
Neil-
guys max for the session just because you all role played so well. The two brothers were really cute, just kind of like looking out for each other. Carnan is Carnan. I love Carnan, and
Carnan's good.
and Keras, of course, the badassery at the end. Very, very well done. So, yeah, I thought it was really cool. So we'll just give you guys max for that, and then of course, Dungeon Master's Choice. For the role playing, the Dungeon Master's Choice is what I'm going to be using to give ancient coins for like heavy role play sessions, just because they're really well done.
So what I was trying to say is if there's 25 hours and somebody puts 15 hours, then we're kind of fighting over the scraps at that point. Does that make sense?
kinda, yeah.
What do you mean, kind?
I think
What do
there's
you mean, kinda?
There is so the only reason I say you need a minimum amount of hours inputted in is because I don't want people to just kind of double dip and put an hour in everything and just want something. You know what I mean? Like do the whole loot hog thing. So that's the only reason I say Easter. If we reserve the last 2 hours for Easter, bring him up to an even 5, then I'll give Easter the rewards and we'll be good. So. So just make sure he gets those hours and it'll be fine. If Easter even wants the rewards for the first semester, if he doesn't want them, it's fine. Because there is the whole you gave 3 hours to contribute to completing the whole event. You don't really necessarily need to reap the rewards, but that's up to you.
I only I don't know if this is the same thing, but I only put 10 hours into the fire because it seemed like nobody was interested in doing it. So I was like, all right, I had the hours and I was like, I can just dump 10 in.
Me and Steve, we're going to
not
put
the
out
end of the world, Thunder, because the reward for it was just putting out the fire.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
I figured there was close to no physical reward for it, and I'm like, but I don't want the ancient forest to end up like fucking Shinra Forest. We've been there, done that. Let's not cover that.
Can I ask
Me
a question?
and Steve, we're gonna put it out, but the
What
monsters
is-
we don't care about.
I had done that before I left on my break. That's why I was like, it was paid off way before. That's why I was like,
what's up, Miss Mess?
No, it's fine. They can keep talking. I'm just gonna ask you in a message.
Oh, okay.
well, I'm done talking. That's literally the end of it.
Those events are a new idea too. Just because I thought it would be fun for you guys to for you guys to connect with communities on the 2 planets via standby, and gain rewards from it. So, for example, helping with the Burmesian relief effort will help. Will get you rewards. Nobody's put any points into that yet. Jeez, you guys are.
I haven't done a
You guys are
leveling
mouse
session.
haters.
Yeah, I haven't done a. Well, first off, I haven't had a leveling session for how long? my shit
Since
just
November. Since
building
November.
and building and building.
I know. I saw.
And
I'm gonna give you one. The only issue is okay. is that you and him, Secret Squirrel, okay, and go into like private calls and shit, and it's hard for me to like ask you if you want to level because
It's
you're too
'cause-
busy with your boyfriend, like just
Whoa!
doing things. All right.
We are trying to buy a house for all of us.
As I'm just saying.
It's usually because we're watching a video while we farm shit and we don't want to just
yeah. Sure. It's fine. But it's like, you know, like if you can hang out with me too, you know, like you can hang out with me too.
You can come down and watch shows with us too. I mean,
I
you
don't
saw
like
what we were
the fucking
watching.
house hunting shows. Gross.
It's calming because it's the
not
British
calming. They
people.
stress me out. Who raises goats?
Why?
Who raises goats?
Oh, me. I'm gonna
They
raise
stress me the
goats.
fuck out. Stress me the
What?
fuck out.
What? Don't
Just-
do that. Why would you
Yeah.
raise
They're
No,
literally
very
goats
good. Love
are
it.
demons. They're literally
No.
devil.
Goats are
Oh,
now I want them.
delicious. What are you talking about?
Wow.
Curried
Okay,
goat
Rick.
is
All right,
amazing.
I'm done.
I love it.
Maddie made a face. All right. So anyway, yeah, it's fun when I get the last 2 sessions. I'm not gonna lie. I think. Am I wrong? 1 second.
3 sessions.
A new Novin Day exploration was fun, but it wasn't like it was just like killing things, and there was
How-
not much story because the story. Oh no, there was story. There was Henri.
Henri.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
knew
he's
that
Benjamin was
was.
in there.
We
You
That
guys
was
didn't
Benj-
remember his name, so it didn't trigger the story,
No,
but it was funny as hell.
I knew the name.
I looked back on the D&D, like the MVP charts, and I'm like, oh, they only did really like 1 story session and then a bunch of Colosseums and
Yep.
1 exploration. And I literally feel like I missed like 6 sessions with how much information was being unloaded. I'm like, what? We did what? What system changed? Who? Wait, when did this happen?
Oh my god! I mean,
So, by the way,
you got lucky in a way because you took your break when I needed a bit of a break, but instead of halting all the sessions, I just kind of like,
Pushed.
I what's the word? I limited sessions to Colosseums because they're easier for me to import.